I'm coming is trying to stream the same game as us. It's cute.
Yo, niggas is phony, frontin' like they master ceremonies. None of you suckers are even remotely close to me. To be nice, I sacrifice things like no sleep. I keep a library of lyrics on microfiche, creating concepts so deep. Niggas quote me, they rewind and interpret my rhymes to they homies. I've advanced beyond your flows eons ago. It's inevitable in 98, I'ma blow. Ever since 84, I've been in it to win it. But see, back then we used to battle while spinning on the cement. You can't even absorb the rhymes I record or resolve the deep laws of the physics involved. I travel to the end of the universe and beyond. Parsecs out of range from a cellular star tech from the galaxy of Andromeda. I puzzle niggas like crop circles and other unexplained phenomena. Hey yo, 9 out of 10 of these rap artists is garbage. You spineless, rhymeless, niggas is heartless. Hey yo, I came to see that hip hop is never tarnished. So hey yo, all I really want is you niggas to stop biting. All I really want is you niggas to start writing. All I really want is you niggas to be original and start spitting some lyrical shit that I can listen to. You haven't written the perfect rhyme yet. You don't even know the sequences to the Human Genome Project. You haven't come to terms with your God yet, and you refuse to believe in unidentified flying objects. When I bomb shit, I get retarded, probably more than your bargain. I'm talking about rip a mic off your arm shit, hype shit, blow up a mic shit. You might get beat the fuck up in broad daylight with a nightstick. To the British, I'm Gandhi. To the Japanese, I'm an American pilot flying over Nagasaki. To the AIDS patient, I'm your last antibody, sitting and waiting for a cure for modern biology. And yo, 9 out of 10 of these rap artists is garbage. Spineless, rhymeless, niggas is heartless. Hey yo, I came to see that hip hop is never tarnished. So yo, I be looking directly into the human eye to see if you pussy and completely ruin your ability to lie to me. I pull a 9 on the bully, cock back the cannon, goddammit. I don't think you fully understand it. Ask 9 out of 10 niggas on the planet who the best is. The question to go unanswered till I step up to the front line with rhymes, revving my engines like they were powered by me minds. Murdering niggas with lyrics manufactured within my DNA's double helix. I leave you in troubled spirits, I'm absolutely the purest. Free the MCs from the United States of America to Europe, I deserve it. However you wanna word it, I'm perfect. Touch my microphone on accident and get murdered on purpose, motherfucker. Hey yo, 9 out of 10 of these rap artists is garbage. You spineless, rhymeless, niggas is heartless. Hey yo, I came to see that hip hop is never tarnished. So
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we proudly bring to you on Greek TV Deathmatch World Cup for the final weekend. Shooting for the $10,000 prize pool. We got 6 warriors left, ready to duel it out in a multi-game series that could last for hours. Doesn't matter. They're going to scratch and crawl and fight until the bitter end. And we're here to film it for you on Greek TV. My name is Derek, a.k.a. Greekinian, a.k.a. half Greek, half amazing, a.k.a. once you go Greek, you walk funny for a week. Tell it to the ladies on Bumble. And alongside me, my road dog, my partner in crime, the biggest motherfucking biceps in the building, Tommy, a.k.a. Blue Rhino. Tommy, how's it going tonight?
What's up, noobs and all you noobs out there? How are you, Greek? How are you? This is going to be a big day for DMing, huh?
Big day for deathmatch. I made sure to sober up today so I could last through all the long games. I got my coffee ready to go. I got the games pulled up. I'm trying to get these game codes from these players. We got Tato and Frost playing right now, getting streamed on a few different places. I think Nilly's streaming it right now. I think Lidicor's streaming it right now. That series is at 3-1 with our boy Frost. Is Baby Crusader proud of Uncle Frost for playing well today?
So it's weird. So Andy tells me it's 3-1 for Frost, but then when I was watching Tato's chat, it said 1-3 Tato. So I'm gonna go with freaking Andy right now and say it is 3-1 for Frost. And yes, my daughter is always happy for her Uncle Frost, and she's verified it. She's asked her mom if Frost was really her uncle. So yes, it is true.
It's
100%.
true. It's true. Frost is up 3-1 now. Frost is up 3-2. Tato just took a game off him on Golden Swamp. So that's what's going on with that right now. The code is waiting in the room right now. Brew has still not showed up. Brew's not backing out on us, is he?
No. Brew's been playing really, really well. This is going to be very interesting. Brew 4-0'd him last time, correct? Am I right about that or no?
Yeah, we're worried to see if Brew woke up a sleeping monster, because Tommy is correct. 4-0 in the first matchup. Brew, the 15 seed against the 2 seed, just slapping him around. Whew.
All right. This is going to be very, very fun. Very, very exciting. I think that code plays fast. I think that code will not prolong these games. Not that anyone really has since like a couple weeks ago, but I think that I'm hoping these games don't go 2 hours each. I hope they stay exciting, but we shall see. We shall see.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are still watching the Frost and Tato series finish up. They had a long Berber war. And yeah, you're right, Tommy. That's what I keep hearing about the code. I keep hearing that this dude builds up a monster army to start with, has a super quick and efficient start, and he's looking to come downhill on you. He's not running the spread, trying to get it out on the perimeter. He's running the wing tee, and he's coming to jam it right down your throat. And that's exactly the style of play that we love here on Greek TV. That is for sure.
And it's pretty clear that Bro was ready for it, right? So this is going to be interesting to see what Code does. Does he change his style, or just does he find a way to go completely more all in, right? Like I think we saw that with Rek, right? Like Rek was always, or Hydra. Rek was always an aggressive player, and I feel like in his training, he was always taught to like back off his aggressiveness, and that's just not him. You know what I mean? He's a punch step forward kind of guy. He's not one to like gather the situation and then try something different. I don't think.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think Brew though has the capability to play like that. I felt like in that Japanese war we watched against him versus freaking Andy, like he was coming right at him as well. I think Brew has the ability to play a lot of different ways, and maybe Code does too. I just never really watched the Code play at all. Have you seen him play yet?
I have seen the code play. I saw the code play a couple series against Kellen. I saw him train. They were doing a Rob Robin up for like 4 hours. I was in there, and they were trying different things and playing certain things. So it was a fun and interesting watch, I suppose. So yeah, he does play very aggressive. He gets like right up there, like he goes right for that hill. Very, very aggressive. Very aggressive.
Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, that is kind of crazy that Brew 4'd him on the first one. I do really wonder, was that just like, is Brew really playing that well right now, or was the code he had a admin win to get into it in the first round?
Andy's saying we have the wrong settings.
No, we already changed it. Andy's behind the game.
Andy.
You don't even know. See, he didn't even know that we did it. He's just coming in here saying that we didn't do it. We already know it. Oh, are you talking about the settings here in the screen? Yeah, that's what I'm switching right now here. Don't worry about it, Andy. God, I'm trying to do this shit right now, distracting me from it. They are in the round of 6.
Right. Now this is gonna be interesting. If Raw loses,
wait, is this game 2 already? It says first game is Sicilians Arabia. Did they already play the first game? Alright, I don't know why they are... Alright, they're already in a mixed Civ matchup. We might have missed game 1. Oops. It was supposed to start at 12. And so I'm imagining the first game didn't last 10 minutes. So I think we're on the right thing here. But anyway, this is the game they're playing now. They got Celts versus Melee on Arabia. Let me finish up the settings here, so our OCD European viewers can get that right for them. And then, yeah, we'll fix the side out here in a second.
That's pretty weird. I wonder why when I was writing people, no one wrote me back. They're probably like, dude, the game already started. They really started and they didn't update it? That's so weird.
I guess, if anybody... Ooh. Actually, hey, Andy, can you go to AoE 2 and see who won the first game for us by any chance? That'd be really cool if you did. All right,
dude,
Tommy.
Who doesn't tell us that they started the series early? If we got the time wrong, I'm okay with it. If they started an hour early, let's just go do CBA or something. Get these guys. You know what I mean?
All right. Celts Melee. What is this Civ pick on Arabia? Yeah, you're right, Andy. Who picks Celts versus Melee on Arabia? Tommy, who would you pick in this one?
I would have picked Celts. I feel like you can't rush the Celts with the Melee. It's the old. There's no real Melee patch, so like the newer Melee, their elephants are even cheaper, right? I don't know. This is kind of weird.
Oh, he's saying
code is not building.
Oh, I think they're just dicking around right now. Andy said they're waiting for the other series to finish. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, I feel better now.
Well, bro's coming at him. Yeah, I mean these scouts aren't going anywhere. They faked us out. All right, well, we'll put this in the between games thing. Let me check the... Yeah, we know Frost is 3-2 right now. Let's get it done, Frosty, baby!
How many games does he have to win? 5? 4? What's it, best of 7?
It is a best of 7. And so, yeah, he's got a clinching scenario coming up for him.
We got Joro in the house. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We got Joro. We got all the real players watching us, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Exactly. All right, let me fix the settings on this shit. All right, well, Code and Brew got us good. Good job, fellas. You tricked us into thinking you were playing.
Yeah.
We're about to call the admins already.
Yeah,
they're not playing the proper civs.
We were ready to like start blasting you guys on public Twitch and then move on to something else. All
Alright, 2 civs plus map. And then game 3 is 2 civs plus map. Alright, I think this should look better. Yeah, there we go. Hey, are those settings better for you, freaking Andy? You freaking Andy? Alright, we got Sicilians in game 1. That's going to be long as shit. At least they're playing with the old version. Have you heard they're doing like new updates to the Sicilians and shit?
Yeah, they got siege onagers. They have more hit points. The towers are cheaper. You know, clearly, there's someone in Microsoft that's Italian and very, very biased. Okay, right? Like, come on. Like, I feel like history. They just throw history out sometimes when they do this, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
How are the Sicilians like that good? Like, what did they do? Okay. Besides, I mean, true-blooded Sicilians, like native there, were conquered by the Greeks, then conquered by the Romans. Okay, I think maybe it'd even be conquered by Carthage too at one point, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, and then they never really technically fought one of these civs like face to face. Like, I understand why the Turks should beat Saracens because the Turks eventually conquered the Saracens.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I understand why Cuman should lose to Mongols because the Mongols took over the Cumans, right? There's certain things that, you know, like I understand. But, like, you make these Celts like this power civ, and what have they done?
They fought for their freedom.
Apparently.
I don't know why the Celts have such upgraded siege, and the Chinese don't have bombard cannons. That will always be a historical blemish on the game of Age of Empires 2.
Right. And then the Celts were so smart that they could cut wood faster that they didn't feel the need to say, "Hey, let's make a two-handed saw." Just doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me.
Well, plus two in this game, like a lot of these different civilizations came to power at different points in time, hundreds of years apart, some 1,000 years apart, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think because
I mean, the Mongols were how many years before the Ottoman Empire?
They were like Mongols. I feel like were like around 1,000, somewhere give or take 200 years.
Yeah.
Like, and the Huns were like early, right? Because the Huns, like, you could even go with like the Byzantines. Like, they were there forever, but like the Byzantines, like the cataphracts were like 600 AD, you know, like the Huns fought the Roman Empire, so it's not like the Huns really ever fought the Franks. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do, but by adding all these civs, they're just not making it like, you're making it like 1,500 years apart. That's all.
Yeah. Well, did the Mongols even have fucking catapults at that? Like, were catapults even an invention at that time? You know what I mean?
Yeah, catapults.
It's like,
I think.
How does everybody have these onagers that shoot fireballs, you know, hundreds of years in different time? The technology does not add up.
Yeah, so, like, I think an onager, like, remember Roman Gladiator? They had onagers there, or early versions of it.
Oh, yeah, they did have those. I remember in the movie Gladiator,
Right?
they were firing those. Okay. So, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe I
but
guess they did have that technology earlier on.
I don't know about the trebuchets, though, because there were certain pulley mechanisms or for actual scorpions to bend it all the way back to get that power behind it. I don't think that they, like, again, like when you did the scorpion, it wasn't just to like pull the thing to pull the cord back. It was also making the cord, right?
Yeah.
So there's so many things that of minor techs that really go into making a major tech.
I remember reading about. By the way, the game started between Brew and the Code. The Code already trying to take the middle hill here.
The game did start. We're watching it now.
But I remember reading about the Ottoman Empire with their kind of like they were almost like the first ones to really be able to mass produce those cannons, and that's why the Turk cannons are so strong in the game.
Yes, so
like it wasn't just that they made the cannon; they figured out a way to make a ton of them and make them even bigger. Because I guess those cannons, especially back then, you would blow them up, but they literally were explosives. Like they would just blow up on people and kill people firing them all the time. So they had to keep remaking them and replacing them, and they just created like an assembly line for it, like the Ford factory. Back when cars started getting pumped out in America. That shit's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and not only did they have bigger cannons, but they were harder to move because at the time they weren't howitzers with wheels, right?
Yeah. They had to basically take them down and put them back together like a whole construction site every time they wanted to move them. They were that big and that massive.
So that's why in like the day of the siege when they fought the Hungarians and the Austrians, they weren't ready. And Andy probably knows this, right? They weren't ready. They weren't ready. They couldn't bring their big cannons. So they couldn't siege Vienna fast enough. And then that's when John Sobieski came with like this massive cavalry. I think it's the largest cavalry charge like ever, and just destroyed the Turk army. And that pretty much ended like the reign of the Turks.
The GG cavalry run. Love it.
It was. And they actually show the winged hussars. I will show you I'll give you the clip.
They actually had wings on them for real?
They had wings, and they actually had hand pistols. Because don't forget it was gunpowder. So when you started making cannons, you started making they made pistols. But the first cannon was actually a barrel where you didn't forge it out of one continuous like bore, like a rifle. A rifle is just it's cast. The cannon wasn't. It was made like a barrel was with pieces over it, so it could fall apart. When it exploded, it wasn't strong enough. It's very interesting.
It is very interesting, especially when like guns start getting introduced to the battlefield. In a lot of different places in history. I feel like it just, especially like the evolution of guns, people realized how powerful the gunpowder and stuff were, but sometimes there was just as many casualties on your own side when you're trying to blow shit up than there are on the other side. Kind of like when you Ani shot your own units in Age of Empires.
Right. Well, and just to show you how much it changes, and I love it, like to see the upgrades. Imagine light cavalry, a winged hussar, where all of a sudden paladins are coming right at them, and they put down their lances and they pull out pistols and just start shooting at them. Like the paladins don't have a chance, you know what I mean? And in essence,
well, how accurate are those things back in the day?
Well, I don't think you need to be that accurate. I mean, when if a son of a bitch is riding at you with a sword, you could wait till he's like 4 feet away and just let the thing go.
That's true. That's true. Wait till you see the white of their eyes.
Yeah. Who said that? Was that Nathaniel Green?
George Washington. George Washington.
Did he say that in the Battle of Bunker Hill?
That's who gets credit for it. Who knows who said it or how it was said? But yeah, that's who gets credit for it. Mm-hmm. Well, after this massive engagement on the hill here, while me and Tommy are talking about the history of weapons, which we'll definitely get back to, looks like the Code has a little bit of an advantage here. Brew's... Oh, no, I take that back. Both players are still at about 120 pop. The Code has about 71 villagers. Brew elected to go more Scorpions. The Code elected to go Onagers. As me and Tommy were talking about, too, the Sicilians are going to be getting Siege Onagers in the next patch. But for the rest of this tournament, they're going to play in the same patch that they started with. So Sicilians still got the regular Onagers rather than the Siege Onagers. And he is about to make it rain on these Scorps. Oh, no! Get out of there, Brew. Get out of there.
Is that Brew? Is that Brew or is that Boomstick? I can't tell. There's a lot of Scorpions being made here.
That is a Boomstick move, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Can we go and look at Bruh's economy real quick?
Sure. We got farms. Looks like he just had a little raid back here. Needs to get his villagers off lunch break.
No, I'd like to see his resources because I think Code is all tapped out now. He probably sold everything.
Did he get the first wave? Yeah,
Yeah.
6,000 wood, 2,000 food. Just basically no gold left for Brew. Both players pretty much low on gold at this point in the game. Actually, I take that back. The Code's got about 1,000 gold he's sitting on, but he did lose his other castle here in the middle, and Brew is still kind of coming downhill on him. Even though the Code got a bunch of good Ani shots on those Scorps, looks like the Brew. If he's gonna be the Code, I'm gonna call Brew the Brew.
Right.
Sounds like a morning radio talk show. 97.8, the Brew.
I forget what his real name was. He has a real. And so like Brew's like part.
It's Bruno.
Part of it. Bruno.
His real name is
Yeah.
Bruno.
I like Bruno. It makes it better than Brew, or Brock.
Bruno. Whenever I hear the name Bruno, it just makes me think of that Sacha Baron Cohen movie. You ever seen that one?
No.
It's the one where he plays this like gay, like this absolutely flamboyant gay guy. It is hilarious. Not as good as Borat, although I haven't seen the second Borat yet. I don't know if that one's any good.
I don't know about this. I don't know about this game. I do feel though that it looks like it's. I feel like Bruno's got the advantage because Bruno is more of a late game player than Code's going to be, but we'll see.
Well, Brew definitely has him on his back foot right now. I mean, he's kind of taking the middle, the spot where the Code really came up and tried to take early on. And then Brew's got this little base going on down here in the southern part where he's getting this gold and got a couple lazy villagers standing around, but getting in for the most part.
Yeah.
I think I do kind of like the Scorpions better. You just got to be careful with them. I mean, the Code's just going through and chopping down Scorpions one by one right now. But for like these sergeants that Sicilians have, there's not a lot of units you can make to take them down. I mean, you could go Onager, but you just kind of leave yourself open to getting picked off. With the Scorpions, they can continue to take down a bunch of them if you can protect them. But once you're down to a few Scorpions like that, now you're just getting stomped out. It looks like the Code is sitting on about 180 population. Brew is sitting on about 185. Brew is tapped out on resources. He's got pretty good eco rolling back here. They're fighting.
Dude, at this point in the game, I melt out, right? I would be like, there's too much going on for me. Like I just wouldn't be able to follow along. But like Code, I'm surprised Code's able to get to bounce back from this. I honestly was almost ready to call it in Brew's favor. I would like to see Bruno. He's got that base down there. He's got to do something down there and raid, because I just saw Kellen punish Code by doing raids and hitting him on the side. Like Code is just really the guy that goes from point A to point B. Like he wants the shortest distance from his base to the opposing town center, and that's it. He doesn't want to be hit on the flanks or anything like that. So if you hit Code on the flanks, you can beat him.
Ooh. Couple Ani shots coming in. Let's see if these champions can get in, do some damage. Ugh. See, I don't think these champions are going to do that good against these sergeants either. I feel like they're going to tear them up. I mean, after, the champions that survived the Ani fire, I don't know, these Cavs might come in here and get one or two, but I mean, both players are popped out. I don't think it's necessarily close to over, but Code is pushing. He's hammering on another castle. And Code's trying to take this base down in the southeast part as well for Brew. I guess Cavs do well against the Sergeants. I still feel like overall Cavs are probably more expensive, so the Sergeants just, over the long run of the game are a better value.
Mm-hmm.
Down goes another castle for Brew. And a town center about to be demolished away.
Very interesting here.
Code's doing a good job of getting these Don Johns up as well. I don't see any Johns from Brew. He's saving his stones for castles, I guess. I feel like the Sicilian War is all about the Don John game.
Yeah, and he's hitting him over there, and he's hitting him down low. I mean, he was able to successfully get all the gold, but now here comes Code. He's got a little raid coming in. He took out the Southern League base.
Here
I
comes.
mean, Code's not playing for Woodlines, I don't think, but like that does
Nah.
help him for Woodlines. But he's gonna have that hill, and he's gonna show most of his base.
Yep, and here's some Cavs. Thank you for the
Yeah.
follow, Palejo Iberico. Let me know if I said that right, with the proper accent. Ooh, about to lose another gold pile as soon as Code sends in some troops right here. Ooh, and this castle on the back, that's protecting a lot of farms.
Yep.
Ooh, this one's not looking good for Brew.
Code's done a good job of getting back into this.
I think Greek TV, I've officially become a jinx on people. I think every time I pick somebody in these matchups that we've been doing, they end up losing. So
you think it's more of a Greek TV curse than a Quendy curse?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I was all hyped up for Leash, obviously being our CBA boy, but I mean, Rage gave it to him. But that was Quendy on Quendy action right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I picked Brew, but then again, this is only game 1, and Brew still kind of has a chance.
Brew's doing a little bit of a raid over there in Code's base.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at
Yep,
the quick
that's
walls coming though. Oh, blocks him off. Boom.
Wow.
Oh, but he still dives through. Uh-oh. Brew's about to clean up right here. He's not quitting yet. Even though Greek TV's already calling it for him.
Yeah. Uh-oh, here comes the champs. Here comes the champions. What's the relic count right now?
We got 4-1 Code.
Oh, yeah, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt.
And now Brew's just sending these champions into the castle here. I don't know what he expects to gain from this.
He's going to knock the castle down, but he's going to lose a lot of champions, too.
Yeah, that's not... I don't think that castle's worth that much food and gold right now.
Well, sometimes
He does have the Jimmy Chitwood picket fence right here going on in case he gets another Treb out. But Brew is sitting on about 1,000 wood, 1,000 food, and he is out of Bitcoin.
I mean, you got to be feeling good if you're Code right now. I mean, you're coming off of a 4-0. You got blanked by the guy, and in your walk-off game, you wind up getting him. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Not bad. Looks like we got some champs garrisoned here. Oh, Brew lets him out of the house to come snipe down that Treb. It's gone. We got champions slaughtering out in the middle here. Why are they going champions instead of the sergeant? I know the guy got
Looks
a
like
castles
the
up.
wants Backy as a co-caster. Backy, are you out there?
Backy!
Backy, are you out there?
I'm on my Backy back.
I missed that guy.
Still running around the back of the base. I feel like Brew just needs to throw up a couple Don Johns back here. Protect the eco a little bit, no?
Does he have... Oh, he does.
He's
What
sitting on about 800 stone.
Yeah, what's Code doing?
Code's sitting on about 1,100 stone. Now he's just fortifying the center even more.
Yeah.
Here comes some villagers getting picked down in the south part of the map.
Yeah.
Hey, we finally got a castle going up here for Brew. That'll help slow down the farms getting drained right now. Meanwhile, Code's villagers are just, acting like they're on vacation right now, just chilling in the sun, getting a nice tan, farming up all the food. Brew's able to save this little gold pile.
That's going to help him prolong the game.
That was huge right there. We got sneaky wood choppers back here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but here comes more champions. We have about 46 to 18. Just go in, Code. Just get them. Get them.
Here they come. Up.
How do I... Oh, let's do this. Down. Oh, perfect.
And here they go. Now he's got his trap.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna pick those off.
Looks like Frost and Tato is over. I'm guessing Frost won. Anybody in the chat right now, let me know if Frost is able to take that one down. Code pounded on the Don John up front. Down goes one. Here comes another.
Not good.
Couple light cav coming in here for bruh. Try
That's
to pick
not a
out some
terrible rate.
Phillies.
That'll do something. You'll get a return on your investment
There's
over
2, 3,
there. Charles Schwab over here.
4, 5, 6. 6 villagers. I feel like when they're chopping down villagers, like in WWF, when the guy's got the dude on the turnbuckle and he's waving his fist up in the air looking at the crowd, and they start counting 1, 2, 3.
Did you ever see the one where Macho Man Randy Savage got hit over the head by the Honky Tonk Man and Hulk Hogan came to save him?
Talking
That was
about
like the beginning of their relationship.
talking about with the guitar.
Yeah.
Yes, of course I remember that.
Okay, I saw that live.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Were you going crazy like the guitar?
And that's like that was like before my dad told me that it was fake.
Uh-huh.
And like there's certain moments in your life that you wish no one ever told you was that like wrestling was fake, for example. You know what I mean? Like why? Why did you have to tell me that? Right?
Yeah, because in that moment you were just like, oh my god, that dude just broke a.
Right.
You know, how expensive is that guitar? He just broke over the guy's head.
Right?
They must really hate each other.
and then like when you're a kid and you're holding on to the glimmer of hope, about the whole Santa Claus thing, and then they tell you and you're like, but Frosty the Snowman, still real, right?
yeah, there's some of them you still hold on to. I mean, I still believe in ghosts and aliens. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Until someone proves it wrong for me on those, I'm just going with it.
Right. That's exactly it.
But Santa Claus got ruined for me pretty early. We went over to my cousin's place, aunt and uncle. They always hired the fake Santa Claus to come over, and I was just sitting on this dude's lap, telling him what I wanted. I'm just looking at him like, this dude ain't fucking Santa Claus. And I was like 5 or 6 years old. I ran away because I was scared. And I was like, Mom, that's not the real Santa Claus. And that's when she told me. That's when she broke it down to me.
Wow. And now I think this is over for bro.
Yeah, I think this is over. We got champions and infantry just waltzing their way into the back of the base, taking a little home run trot around the base as they close it out.
Uh-huh.
Code coming out strong in game 1.
Very strong.
Bruce still trying to do some raids, but...
I thought bro was going to lose it. I think he lost it when he lost with his Scorpions. Like, that was, you know what I mean? Like, even Boomstick gave up on Scorpions, but he did not.
Well, when we were talking about medieval weaponry and technology at the beginning of the game when it started, I felt like Brew didn't know exactly what build he was going to do with Sicilian. I still feel like people are trying to figure out this Civ. I think there's some people out there that got a pretty solid strategy, but not everybody.
Really?
And like some people have like a good general idea of it, like, oh yeah, I want to go this unit and that unit, but they don't have it down to like, they got the build order ready to roll right now. Still kind of thinking about it. That's what Brew looked like a little bit at the beginning.
Right.
All right, now Brew pushes him back up to the hill a little bit. Code's got some light cav and some halves mixed in with his army of champions. I'm kind of interested. Do the champions do better than the sergeants? Because both of them kind of just ditched the sergeants.
I think so.
I guess the sergeant's just a turd unit then. Maybe they're better in the... maybe did they buff them up in this new patch?
Good question.
Hey, where are the...
This is the old patch, though, right?
Yeah, this is the old patch. Yeah, Tommy, where are you at on getting one of the AoE savants out there to help us with questions like this?
Freaking Andy's holding out on a contract dispute. Hoping he'll come in.
The fucking bill collector. That's the guy you don't want to negotiate, the bill collector.
It's very tough. Very tough.
All right, well, Bruce got a little force together with the Trev. He'll be able to knock down a couple buildings here. He's going to get this Donjon going. Although he's got a little army. About 33 champions and some halbs mixed in. I think he's got more reinforcements coming, so... Although it looks like Brew's army is going to eat up the Code's army. At least they can get a Donjon down. Although the Code's still sending in raids in the back of the base. We got a hole in the wall here.
Yeah.
Frost needs to coach up Brew on making these walls over here.
Yeah, finish it.
And add 7 more layers.
He's got that little bit of gold that's still keeping him around, you know? Keeping them hanging around and hanging around.
You know, why is it that every civ has trebs? Like, they'll have different parts of their siege tech tree that they have and don't have, but all of them have the treb.
I feel like they have to have trebs. If they don't have trebs, then what else are they going to knock down buildings with, you know?
Setting camels on fire?
That's true. Or undermining, you know? That's always interesting.
Undermining? Like actually digging a hole underneath?
Yeah, believe it or not, that's the way you would knock down a castle faster than trebbing. Sometimes when you would treb, if you hit a castle that's really well built, like a trebuchet is not going to do anything to it.
It's just going to fucking bounce off like a spitwad?
Yeah. So what they would do is what's called undermining, and they would dig a hole, right? And it would be a long shaft, and then you would have to make sure you were directly under the castle, and then you would start digging up, right? And as you're digging up, you're supporting it so the castle won't start shifting down. You're supporting it with wood, right? With a whole wooden scaffold, let's just say.
Really?
But it's meant to hold up the corner of the castle, right? So then you dig, and then you have the whole thing held up there, right?
Yeah.
And then what you do is you coat it with oil. You get one guy, you light it, you get the fuck out of there. Okay? And then you get your army ready because it catches fire, and when the wood gives out, therefore the support for that structure goes, and then the corner of the castle falls.
Ooh,
okay. Now granted, they weren't full-blown engineers at the time, so it would be hard to actually measure and dig a hole, being like, yeah, we got to go another 20 feet. So it didn't always
like in Armageddon, 500 feet, 600 feet.
Right. It didn't work like that, right? They would actually they would have to estimate it and then measure it through the tunnel, but that was a way you would use it. Would be called undermining. But usually, believe it or not, the way you would take a castle is by siege, where the people would start starving themselves, and then you would say, okay, fine, that's it.
Yeah, you just basically cut off all the supply lines to the castle, right?
Yeah, so that's why King Richard, when he told Saladin, I have 2,000 of your prisoners, what do you want for them? And he said, keep them there for a little bit. He knew that King Richard couldn't keep them alive. So, that would be a drain on his resources. So eventually King Richard said, okay, I'm going to have to kill them. So he just killed them. Because you don't want to feed the prisoners while you're being sieged. That's crazy.
I see. Yeah, that's what I always wondered in the scene in the movie Troy, right? Where Brad Pitt, his army's not in there because he's, being the defiant rebel or whatever. But he was just Achilles was just you're getting too close to the archers. Pull your men back. They're trying to go into this wall, and the Trojans are literally just raining arrows on the Greeks coming in. But I was thinking about it. How else are you going to take down this castle the way that it's situated in the geography? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why aren't they just going down the shoreline a couple miles and bringing in armies to flank this, area? Why are they trying to go head on with it?
Right, because and keep in mind, to make these siege, a siege tower, for example, right? You can't just go into these lands and start chopping up and planing boards to make these things. You would have to disassemble them, bring them in on boats, and then put them together.
Yeah.
Right? So that becomes very, very difficult. So by the time you do that, you're almost better off either just undermining it and or just putting a siege around the city. That's why too they used to they used to try to put dead bodies in it, where like if you could take the water supply in 3 days, the people would have to give out.
Yeah.
It wasn't just food, it was like water supply. That's why like Jerusalem, it was sieged so many times, they were able to survive for a long period.
All right, we got 3 Trebs moving across the middle of the map with an army of champions on both sides, slinging it out. Looks like Code is just going to try to whittle away at this base. He's sitting about a 4,000 point advantage right now. I don't know what. Let's see. Brew's got about 6K wood, but no food or gold pretty much left. He's spending it all on champions, but I think his army is able to overrun the Codes. He's going to get 1 and 2 Trebs down.
Yeah.
To help stay alive in the battle. Yeah, this is a tough point in a mirror matchup where it's like you guys got the same units, you're sitting on about the same resources. How do you figure out a way to overcome?
Like if you're Code now, I would start getting the wood that's farthest away from you, in case this comes down into a woodline battle, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he was looking to do with the barracks, was just to destroy anything that he could. Like I think you had your mouse right over something of a faraway wood line he should take.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to come to that, because I don't know if he's going to have.
Bruce sees it.
Yeah, but that's good. Bruce smart for trying to take that wood line. Like you need to. He's going to need that.
Let's see. Code has an army of about 50 right there. Brew has an army about 36. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, if you're Code, I would get an onager and I would start hitting his local wood. Make him come out now.
Yeah.
Right?
Make him come out. You got the 4-1 relic lead.
Yeah.
Ooh, looks like Brew's going to try to wall up right here. I think he can just take down. Yeah, he can just take down one of these houses right here.
Yeah.
Take it down again. Uh-oh. Now we got a fight going on. And I'm pretty sure the Code has him outnumbered if he can just get in a good spot. Now, Brew is actually going to be in the Micromania finals, supposedly against, the winner of Yeti and some other dude that's playing. So, in these little final skirmishes here, Brew might have an advantage just because he's been playing all these micro events. I think he even beat freaking Andy in a micro event, right, Andy?
Well, here's the thing. He's got how many swordsmen does he have?
Who? Which one?
So he has 48 swordsmen. Okay. Yeah. So the gold that's required there, let's say he's out of gold now. He has to sell 100 food for each one to get the gold required for that.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
So that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, the Code had a relic advantage. Oof.
Yeah.
Code's popped out. Brew, they're both popped out right now. Brew's able to take this wood spot here down in the south a little bit. And credit to Brew, he kind of took this southern part of the hill right here at the beginning of the game and held it the whole time and has been able to eco and get his farms going there the whole time. The Code was kind of going up the north part of Brew's base, but wasn't really able to get too much. And now they're just going at it here in the middle. Is this the fight for the game? Uh-oh, Brew lost a bad engagement there. He got a Treb spitting out right now, but now he doesn't have the army to protect it.
Yeah.
They're still just pumping out champions to the spot. We got some light cav coming in from Brew.
He's not distracted right now, Code. He's not worried about that wood line, which is kind of weird. Code needs to do something that really damages eco. You see how he had to sell all this food just to make, 20 men? That's big. Code's got all this food still.
Yeah. Yeah, Code, he has sold off or bought off or did something about 4,000 of it. He's sent about 7,000 food, 4,800 wood. Tries to come in for a raid, but that gets chopped down pretty quick.
that's a great defense. He's got 4 castles there. He's got 3 town centers. So you're going to need to rate it with something of extreme magnitude.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm Code right now, I would walk right into his base. That's it. Like, yeah, even if you lose the fight, you'd still do so much damage.
Yeah, I think it's just tough for, in our position, obviously we see the players' resources and what they have left. Like, Code has an advantage, but players don't know that. Brew has a bunch of wood. I don't know if that's a great advantage, especially with the kind of units they're making right now with champions.
Yeah, no, Code's making a force right now. He should save his gold. If he winds up getting a surplus in gold, he should just make Cavaliers, and that'll be...
Still got this little gap right here in the houses.
Yeah. I don't know if he sees it either.
Here comes the fight to win all fights. Ooh, we got 3 trebs out by the Code now. Yeah, that's where that relic gold is kicking in. Ooh, we got a couple scorpions added to the mix now. Oh, there's an Ani shot coming out of nowhere. Uh-oh. Can the Code get around and snipe this Ani?
I don't know if he sees the Ani.
Look at this thing just firing out here. He's like ducking and diving right now. He's about to do a fucking somersault like Jet Li. Ooh, got a couple shots on it.
And I don't think that's going to be enough. I think he got him.
Woo. All right, we got the Trebs coming. One Treb's about faced right now.
Let's go to the Code. I think Code took a massive population hit, though. Code lost a lot of villagers.
Yeah, he's sitting on 70 right now as opposed to Brew's 111.
Yeah, he's going to lose that castle.
Yeah, he's got a lot of farmers lost back here, but I think, I think he was going for that castle. Sacrifice some billies for that. Ooh. Brew is trying to get this Onager up here close enough to take out these Trebs. It looks like not in time for the castle. Oh! And a couple champs come in and snipe the Onager. Trebs are still alive. You got to get them out of their Code before these champs come in and sweep them up. Wow.
He's going to get...
Code really had to send in his entire army at that point of champions just to fight for enough room to knock down that one castle. And now
he's going to look to castle
after that.
He's got to put something on that hill now, and that will give him a command of his eco. He'll have to shrink back because of the hill advantage.
Give me that Donjon.
Yep.
That's what the Sicilians do in Age of Empires 2.
Make it Donjon.
Donjon. I want to go back and look through the history books and see all this amazing architecture that the Sicilians made, because if they're just popping up donjons on the battlefield, then their towns and cities from ancient Sicily must have been immaculate.
Well, and again, a lot of times you get that, right, when you mix a lot of cultures, because you start learning from everything, right? Like the Crusades brought about the Renaissance because they learned so much from Islam because, like, they were in the Dark Ages. Yeah. So they started this rebirth, and that's how and then they were able to start moving mathematically and everything like that. But that's usually always the case with wars, you know?
Yeah. It almost forces you to learn or you're dead.
Yeah. Right? I mean...
What a good character building experience. Medieval warfare.
Ugh.
That's why Age of Empires 2 makes me a better person.
Yeah. He's still getting rated over there, Code, but that's not bothering him.
Yeah, he's getting rated, but he's still sitting on like 4,000 food. Like, I don't even think he can really spend the food that he has.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of like, at this point, it's just like, I don't really know what Brew can do to come back and win. I mean, he's going to get one Treb. He's going to be able to get, if he can get a second Treb, that's pretty huge. Nope, there is the game. The Code taking down Game 1. Deathmatch World Cup 4, lower bracket. Dun, dun, dun.
There it is. There it is.
All right. Tommy, thoughts on Game 1 in the Sicilian War?
I think it was our first Sicilian War that we saw, so I'm not. It was an interesting watch. It was a fun watch. mean, it was probably about like 30 minutes, 35 minutes in real time. Very interesting. I think it came down to the fact that Braun made scorpions, and I think that was the thing that he never got his return for investment on that. That's really what it is. It's all about ROI, you know?
Charles Schwab, return on investments.
Yeah.
All right, looks like they're in the room here for game 2, but they haven't started yet. Let's see if Bruce sent me a game code. Oh, so Frost won. Congrats to you, Frost, for moving on to the next round. Yes, and it's official.
Does he play later?
Let me pull it up on the screen. Yeah, he plays later. He plays the winner of this game after they're done. Frost, 4-2.
Okay.
Playing the winner of Brew and Code. Yeah, we'll be able to go back and forth. Don't worry, Baby Crusader might get to catch a couple of Uncle Frost games. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I didn't think the Scorpions, I mean, I guess Honors do trade better than the Scorps. I just felt like Bruce Scorpions were doing good and they were like behind the castle. But then as soon as like Bruce started pushing, the Scorpions got exposed and then they started just getting whittled away. Because those sergeants are tough at the beginning with all the armor and shit they have. There's not a lot of shit that can really kill them. If you just make halbs, so it's like the same thing that happens when you go against Teutonic Knights. And so, all right, this is interesting. They loser game 1 picks the next 2 civs. So Brew chooses Huns and Sicilians.
Oh.
And the Code chooses the Huns, so Brew's going to be Sicilians again after he just lost with the Sicilians.
This will be a fast game.
I don't know if I would pick a Civ again after I just lost with them, even though it was a mirror match.
I don't know if I would go with Code, who's just very, very aggressive. Why I wouldn't give him the chance to go with an aggressive Civ unless they know it's a trap, unless he's caught him like that before. I don't know.
Yeah, Code must know this, or Brew has to have a plan right now. Because I don't know, in this matchup, I'm picking the Huns. I don't know about y'all. All right, let me grab another cup of coffee. We got 30 seconds, and the game will be starting. Be right back. Ugh. All right, let's get the fog of war off. Let's get the score up. Ooh.
Here we go.
The graphics do look so much better when you're zoomed in.
So now he's going Cav Archer. He should go Cav Archer early because he's going Castle early, right? So you're going to want to shoot the guys quick walled in. And he wasn't able to quick wall the guys in the castle, I guess, for time. That castle might be the thing that slows up the rush. We will see.
Yeah, it's hard to rush the Sicilians because the John or the sergeants can just start building as well.
Yeah, but
he's not really using them to build right now, though.
Right, and he's gonna wall him in though tight so he gets map control though. So this is gonna be interesting.
We'll see if the Code can bring the heat. I think he already went market or is trying to.
Yep.
Yeah, he already went market and deleted it.
Yep.
But
Bra has to know that. That's going to be his scouting report that he's going to have to know. He's sending in men. He's sending in his sergeants in as like a little rush, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, seeing if he can pick some stuff off. Yeah, I think the Code's going to go market and try to just build up a massive army as quick as he possibly can go in rather than trying to rush.
Yeah. Juro, would you do this strategy? What would you do if you were Huns?
And now he's just got these... He's got these paladins just patrolling on these different hills right here.
Yeah.
Is he just going to leave them there the whole game? No cheap villies. No cheap villies getting castles up on hills.
I think he's gonna. Yeah, I think he's gonna protect the relics.
Yeah, I think he knows what the Sicilians that the Don Johns getting put up all over the field. He's like, no.
He can build very, very tight. The only thing though is that if he gets that hill right in front of his base, he's gonna be able to shell his base like right down the hill.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, there's a couple strategic hills that.
Is Broad making onagers or is he making scorps? If he's making scorps, he's going to be okay. If he's making onagers, he's not going to do well. See, he's making scorps. He's going to come at it with rams, and he's going to need onagers.
Here comes a little raid down the side of the base with a bunch of paladins from the Code. Got about 27 in here. Looks like Brew's gonna get this hill over here next to this gold pile. That's a good place to keep him off of this hill right here.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what the Code's gonna lose. Don't tell me you're gonna lose your paladins because he's gonna lose his paladins.
And now he's sending a bunch of over here to this other gold pile, but already got a castle up, and we got an engagement over here. But I think Brew's push is gonna be stopped there. All right, he's able to get out a little bit.
This is what you need to do with the Huns. You need to keep on hitting them like that. Keep on hitting them with that. Bro, with still plenty of gold, very little food. So if he doesn't let him expand to make food, it's going to be short-lived.
Yeah. Sicilians seem to be pretty food-heavy with the amount of sergeants you're going to go.
Yeah. I love this fight, though, in the back of his base, and he's hitting them in the front. You know what I mean? The old double team.
The old Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, this gold pile is just exposed.
I know. You can only castle up so much, right?
Yeah. Yeah, throw some Johns in the back.
Yeah. And I like the Scorps, but I wanted to see onagers.
Yep, here comes the Rams in on the castle right here. They're definitely going to take out this front hill. Ooh, that's going to be trouble for Brew coming down to it.
Yeah.
Finally gets this town center up on this northern gold pile. Code already taking the hill up here to the north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many relics was Code able to get yet? Was he able to get?
He's got 3-0 right now.
Oh. The other thing, too, though, and this is... What? He made Scorps? No, that must have been a misclick. I just think that if you can amass enough Scorps and onagers as Sicilians, it's very hard for the Huns to beat it. But Code's playing this very well, just riding along, keeping them in tight, right? Don't fight the big army mass, and you'll just cut off the supplies.
Yeah, we'll see what the Code does with this little army running around the back right here. We already have another raid coming in. Just a couple cav archers are going to pick on these villagers right now.
Yep.
Brew trying to come downhill on the Code right now with all these Rams and Halbs, and I guess these Scorps are backing back up. We'll see if Brew can take this spot on the hill. Oh, and here comes the raid in the south. Yeah. Oh, Villies, run away!
Hitting a Villy early is so much more than a late game. Because if you kill all those villagers, what's he going to do for food? After, it's just
he's only got 800 left. And he's popped.
Right?
Brew's going to still have momentum coming downhill here.
This is a force, though, where he might be able to kill him.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like
the castles. Yeah.
This is kind of the anti-Hun army right here. We got a bunch of Halbs, bunch of Scorps, and then Rams. This is a tough composition for Huns to go against.
You can't lose your Rams, though. You can't lose your Rams. And that's the thing when you're getting, he's got 2 battles going. So it's like the battle of the micros. He got a lot of those Rams out. That's what he needs to keep on doing. Hide behind that castle. Keep on making paladins. Still plenty of gold for Bra.
Yeah, bruh is sitting on 7K gold right now. Whew. The
How much
code's
does
sitting
Code
on
have?
140.
Yeah, this is going to get tight.
So the code's resources are getting diminished right now. He's on 1,500 food after taking the market early.
Yeah.
He's still just running laps around Brew's base in the back, and now those Rams are going down. The Scorps are going down. That push for Brew is put in the
He
dirt.
dodged the bullet. Bruh's got to go an Army of Siege now. He needs to hit now and heavy. He can't let him build up again. He needs to go Army of Siege. We're talking 60 Scorps, 15 Onagers, the rest Rams, and go in. You've got plenty of gold to do it still.
Ooh, and here comes the Rams up the hill. Those Cav Archers aren't going to stop those Rams, that's for sure.
No.
Here comes another raid for Code, though. Oh, that castle's going down on that hill. It doesn't seem to be a very strategic part of the map, though. I guess that would have been a good launch point for attacks, but
Yeah.
not a whole lot of resources there. I think the Code's just going to play this one with continuing to raid in the back. Bro, might as well just leave an army back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do when I'm in a team game. I'll have an army in the back, and I'll have teammates be like, use your army, bro. I'm like, I will. They're coming.
Yeah. I just
coming back.
keep them on patrol. Yeah.
They're coming back. Don't worry. Looks like, ooh, that was such a good position on this front castle, but Brew just did not have enough army behind it. But he is going to take this castle up here in the north. That'll help expand the map for him a lot. Still a stone pile down here that no one's taking advantage of. But this gold pile is pretty huge right here. Let's see if the Code can get up on this castle and take this gold pile from Brew.
Yep. He's going to go right in for that.
No mercy.
He's going to go right in for that. Great army control right there. Boom. That's a tough one. He's still got a really big army.
Get those arrows on the Rams.
By the way, in the new Age of Empires, if they let you control what unit shoots first on whatever, it's going to change, right? So like the siege ram now will only be used for knocking stuff down. It's not going to be like Britain archers are like must shoot at ram in the middle of the field. You know, it's going to be like.
Yeah, it's like, come on, troops. Why I gotta tell you this every time? Your arrows aren't gonna do shit against those Rams. Shoot the guys behind them.
And they would do that, right? Like in most orders of battle, you do have a priority, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have if you have grenades, you're not gonna throw it to the one guy running in the open field. You're gonna throw it to the machine gun nest,
Yes.
So
they didn't have quite the basic training that they do now, huh?
Yeah.
That was a good little push from Brew. He's able to knock him off some of his resources, kind of open up some area over here, but
he didn't build behind it though. That's kind of like, and that's the thing. He's gonna stay tight. And now, what's gonna happen? We're gonna have a woodline game, where they're gonna fight from woodline to woodline, because Brah's got to be hurting for food right now, right?
Bruh is sitting on 600 food. You are correct, but he's still got 5,600 gold. Also,
look at his
Code's
wood.
got a couple monster armies coming at him. Code's popped out right now, and Brew's sitting on about 150 pop. Brew at about 100 villagers, though, so only about 60 army. The Code's sitting on 86 villagers, so he's got like 115 army right now.
Yeah. And here comes the Onagers. This is, what we wanted to see.
Yeah, Brutus does not get this castle up in time on that hill.
Oh, he left his siege out if he loops to it.
Ooh.
No, he's gonna. Oh no! Here comes another raid. Look at that! You see that raid?
Yeah.
Oh, he pulled him back though. He's on his gold.
All he has to do is protect this Treb. If he can knock these castles down, then that's a tough
I would
spot
like to
for
see
Brew.
more than one tread. Like to see,
Yep, we got this other guy here. Get on up! Fire it up, Billy!
Yeah.
You know, I always feel bad when I'm playing Age Empires and Deathmatch and, like, my army runs away from the Treb and someone comes in and just snipes it with, like, 2 Hussar, even though I had, like, 60 Paladins and 3 Onagers there.
Yeah.
So whenever I see one of these high-level players do it, I'm just like, alright, cool. They do it too.
Yeah. These Trebs are gonna do a lot of damage if they fire.
Got a little lag going on. Well, this gold pile was huge for Brew. He wasn't able to take over. I think he really needed to take over this hill and stuff right here.
He's still got plenty of gold. It's just
Never
food
got
and
it.
wood. It's just food and wood.
Food and wood. People are starving, Brew. Your people are starving.
Think about it. Even when he loses Halbs now, it's very hard to bring him back because he's got nothing.
Yeah.
This is where, he's going to take that castle down, but it's going to be a Pyrrhic victory because those Trebs are still going to be going.
Firing right now. Better get up there and protect him, though. Uh-oh.
I know.
The Surgeon's going to knock down at least one. There goes the second castle, though.
Yeah.
The code, get these Trebs up on the next castle. Oh, but he wasn't microing the Trebs. Okay, 1's going to fall. 2's going to fall. And then I think he's going to be able to
how
come in
much
and
does
get
that
this third
stink?
one.
They're in the open, and you still can't even make an onager to pop out and take a shot.
Can't even make one Ani to pop out and shoot him. Just not enough wood going right now. He's got Villy's got Rams coming. He's got Sergeants queued up.
He's mining his gold. He's mining his main gold pile, I think. Is that his main one or
No, the main one's over here, which is down to about 4 tiles left. But yeah, this Treb, I mean, the code just has a monster army right now. He's popped out 97 villagers, so he's got 100 on army right now.
Yeah.
On military units. So this is gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Cav Archer's just sniping down these sergeants right now. Halbs in there to block. Oh, there's an Ani.
Oh, what a move!
Look at the micro game from Code. Oh, baby! There goes down another Ani. Oh, here comes another Ani.
Yeah, I remember I was watching Code play and had no idea who he was. I just got onto DE. And I had siege onagers firing at his Choco Nu. And I got to tell you, I had no idea Choco Nu could move the way they did. I mean, what he got out of his units to do it was just absolutely amazing.
Just making them two-step out there like John Travolta.
Oh.
Born to hand job, baby.
He's got He's making Rams. I don't know if I would be making. What else does he have in his army, bro? Because he's got no food.
I mean, Rams aren't bad right now, especially with the code going so many Cav Archer. I think that's what he's thinking. If he can get Rams and Sergeants, I just don't.
He's not gonna have enough.
I think he needs to kill this army coming at him. I don't think any attack he does right now is gonna put the code in a tough spot. I mean, the code is just kind of chilling on his eco right now. The code could use some wood right now, but I don't know. I think he's trying to sit with a large army, and with this composition coming up, I mean, as long as the code has food and gold, I feel like he'll be able to stomp it out with paladins. No?
Yeah. Yep. Because he didn't use any food for Halbs. And look, I thought the matchup was questionable. I thought that you're taking one of these very, very good Hun players, and then it's like you're mocking him, like he's not going to be able to keep you in tight. I like how he's starting to expand on the other side of the board, but he's going to get pushed off of his gold. It's just, the more he goes out, the more he's going to get raided, and his army's just too big. What is Bruno's army?
Brew is sitting at, he's got 190 pop and 120 villagers, so about 70 military right now, as opposed to the code's 100. And the 100 with the Huns is usually more valuable than 100 with Sicilians, especially with all these cav archers and paladins on the field. Like, the Sicilians don't even have that.
Yeah. Code needs to drop a castle somewhere, though. He should have. I feel like he should be dropping castles to keep him in tighter.
Yeah, he's got enough stone to put 2 more castles up. And he pretty much cleared out all these castles on the side of the base for Brew. Brew did expand a little bit to the north side of his base, but I feel like that part can be raided pretty much as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the code's going to start running around the perimeter now with this Hun army. And yeah, just starting chopping down any loose villi that he sees out here. Yeah, and here's the Rams coming on this side of the base. This is looking 2-0 code. This is looking 2-0 code.
I mean, he's got a lot of gold. He's got a big army that I don't think he's going to be able to trap his army or make. He's not going to be. Bruno's not going to be able to make an army to make Code commit his army so it all falls to waste, right?
Yeah.
So now what's going to happen is he's at that mix with 3 relics, 5,000 gold, where he's just going to be able to make an army all day coming at you.
Yeah. Especially as this game gets down to lower on gold, Brew's not going to be able to make Rams, and if Code can keep these cav archers alive. There's nothing Sicilians are coming back with. They're going to stop that. I mean, I guess you could go skirm, but at that point, you might as well just resign.
Yeah, his biggest thing would have been to push him. He would have needed to push him. I want to see a castle right there. Just drop a castle right there and get some trebs out. And then next thing you know, you're going to knock down his castle and push him off his goal.
I agree. Get the Jimmy Chitwood picket fence up. That way you can protect your treb. Because that last castle is unlocking a whole lot of eco right here that's protecting.
You'll clear out the whole east side. Just one right there. Boom, done.
Looks like the Code's going to regather his whole entire army to this push coming in from Brew. Try to just go ahead and put this army down.
Yeah.
And then try to go in for the final kill. We'll see if Brew can take advantage of him leaving this spot unprotected, which it looks like he's trying to send in some sergeants here to take away those villies on the gold pile. We got some Tarkins coming in to knock down these Rams. That's probably a good move. Save a little gold, but still get an extra punch than the Hussar. Now these cav archers are just lighting up these sergeants right now. Choo, 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 choo.
Very expensive. Very expensive.
Ooh. There goes a big push down, put down by the Code. And now the Code, if he can just get a castle up here and knock down this last castle. But he's getting his villies' heads chopped off over here on this gold pile that he just took. We got a Treb coming out from Brew. He's sitting on a full clip of heavy cav archers right now. Mixed with some Tarkins up here. Don't lose too many of the castle fire. Get that ram up there. Yeah, get this ram up and knock down these.
Bruno, though. Bruno now made that side enough of a threat where he's making him now, switch his field of fire, which is very good because now he's going to be able to continue to mine that gold and get the food. Because I don't think gold is going to be a problem for Bruno in this game.
Yeah, well, actually, Bruno's sitting on about 200 gold right now.
Yeah, it's the Rams. Yeah, it's the Rams. You're right. My bad.
All right, Brew finally takes back this gold pile. Code sees it. Now he's trying to make a move on it. Bunch of halbs here in the middle for Brew. That's going to be good value against these Tarkins and HCA. But not enough juice with the castle behind it. He does snipe down both those Trebs.
We got skirms. We got
skirms coming. All right, with the skirms coming out, it's time to talk about our sponsor, the Lacy Pillow, the pillow designed with your glasses in mind.
Love it.
We also like to announce. I mean, I wish I came prepared with more fake sponsors.
New imbecile.
I want to create a fake company that does Age of Empires themed birthday parties. See if someone will try to buy that. We should set up fake companies and advertise for them on the stream and see if anybody actually signs up for them.
Oh,
Just the most ridiculous things we can come up with.
Right?
Age of Empires themed birthday party.
Yeah. Right? Like, Mace, sorry, but the throwing axeman costume is not available. It's out of stock.
Got a couple raids coming here in the back.
He's got to get back to his roots. You know, he's got to keep on raiding them. He's low on wood. He's got plenty of food, though.
Do you think we can sell Age of Empires training and then sell that client to Joro and then just take the spread? We're going to set you up with our most elite trainer.
Yep. All inquiries are anonymous. How many Quendies do you think might sign up for it, though?
Ooh. After this tournament, I don't know. Ayo!
Yeah.
The code hammering on the castle in the middle hill. Bunch of skirms, bunch of halbs coming out.
What's what Lake Calvary does to skirms, though? Boom, boom.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know. Bruce the microman, though. Look at him dodge the light cavalry and still, like, rotate around. It's like step, throw on a cav archer. Step, throw on a cav archer. Mm-hmm. And the code realizes it, too. He's backing up. He's backing up on the skirm army right now from Brew. But you got a Treb coming out.
And
now.
I can't tell you how much I love watching Skirm Halb. It's just so fun to watch. Which code's army looking like? Because I feel like he got knocked down a little bit. Code stopped raiding. He's got to go back to his roots.
Yeah, he literally knocked down all these castles to open up this eco right here, and now he's not taking advantage of it.
Yep.
Oh, he heard us. He's in the chat, sneaking around. Oh, and look, Bruce already running his... He sees it and already running his halbs over here. Already ready. Maybe they were just on patrol from before. Oh, here they come.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Halbs are like the most valuable unit in the game. I mean, literally, cheap as shit, no gold, and they counter so much stuff. And even if they don't counter it, it's just so cheap, you might as well use it anyway.
And here's a fight. Are we going to see some ram-on-ram action? And we will.
Ram it up.
Oh, look, he didn't get his, what's it called, Zin? He didn't have a chance to get his halbs down with him.
Still waiting for this. He's at a stone now. I was going to say, still waiting for this castle drop on the side of this eco over here. Just not going for it.
The castle on the hill controls a lot.
Yep, get this castle on the hill done, then that's looking GG. Still looking like Code's going to take this. I don't know, Brew is microing these skirms like nobody else.
Yeah, I don't know late game though if you're gonna beat skirm calves, especially with the relic without a relic advantage. He's gonna lose that castle in 3 more shots. He might take down a Treb here, but
Hold
there
on.
he goes. Now he's gonna raid him. I think. Yep.
Yeah.
And these are the raids that just break your back.
Yeah. So the Code is sitting on about 4K food. Brew is sitting on about 3K food, but I still feel like you just gotta go with the the winged hussars and just start tearing shit up. Down goes the castle.
Yeah.
Brew sitting on 92 stone. He's not going to have enough to get one back up. But how much stone does it take to throw up a donjon?
I'm not sure. I don't know if a donjon would be really what you would need. Now here's a Hazy rate of 4 scout cavalry going into the hunt. Okay.
Yeah. How many abilities do you think he's going to lose here? Maybe 2, if that. Oh, the hussar already there. Oh, here's a couple more.
Yeah, I mean, bro is getting back his pop and his wood to a healthy number right now. So I don't think that's terrible.
Ooh, here comes the GG castle.
Yeah, he's got to
Bruce
force that
this
action.
castle. That is over.
Here comes the skirms. But right, you got to make him commit. Make him commit. Make him commit with the skirms. Look at that micro. Look at that micro.
Just amazing mouse play by the code.
Dude, how is it that some guy could take a bow, fire it like 400 yards, and then a guy could fire a spear, like he could throw his spear 600 yards? That makes no sense. You know what I mean? With accuracy. Yeah, I have chemistry.
Yeah.
You know.
Everybody was Tom Brady back then.
You think it was considered juicing if you knew ballistics for the Olympics?
The PEDs, yeah. Especially on what's the event where you ski and shoot a gun?
That's a real event?
Yes, you haven't seen that shit?
No.
I mean, they shoot what's like similar to just like a 22, just basically a little pellet gun. But yeah, I think it's called the biathlon, or I think it's what it's called, the biathlon. Yeah, you ski halfway down this mountain, you post up, you shoot a target, and then you ski the rest of the way. And so it's like you have to get the best time, but if you miss on the target, it adds seconds to your total time going down the hill.
Okay.
And of course, it's almost like a hunting situation, right? Like you're chasing something through the woods, and then your heart rate's at a high level because you're, trying to race as you're skiing. And all of a sudden, you got to post up and just shoot this target out of nowhere.
Yep. Bro's got 122 villagers. What's Code's pop at right now?
Code's been popped pretty much the whole game. I mean, he's got 185 right now, or that's Brew. He's at 197.
Yeah.
And just with Hussar queued for days. I mean, the Code's just really trying to hold on to this Cav Archer army that he has right now, sitting on 51. And he continues to stream in these Hussars, trying to pick off as many skirms as he can.
Yeah. Knock that relic thing, knock the monastery down. All right, there we go. These are the raids. These are just like body shots that will take effect 5 minutes from now when you start killing all these villagers.
Brew is sitting on 10k food, but
he'll feel the effects later though when you start losing all those villagers.
I mean, I just don't see how Brew's gonna be able to come back from this one.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll wait until he loses more resources, but I mean, Code's doing an excellent job of protecting these 2 trebs. There's so many times that I see in the late game where it's like someone has a treb and they just get their army out of control, and the other player's able to come in and snipe it and just slows down everything. But at this point in the game, if you can get 2 trebs up, whew. Although we got something.
What?
Oh, we got an Onager queued up here, garrisoned for Brew. I think he's waiting to see an opportunity to pop this Onager out and start knocking on those trebs. I wonder if the Code notices those flags on the siege workshop.
He lost the relic. That'll be a big little bit of a thing. But
yeah,
there's still plenty of resource to make to drag this fight out. But I mean, he's in a position where he's kind of on top of his base, where like Code's base is not defended that well.
Nah, I mean, Brew's got this little army of halbs down here running around, chopping up some wood choppers. And Code's not making any halbs. And he's got these Trebs on a standstill. Get these Trebs firing. Knock down as much of this crap as you can. Like, at least knock down these barracks so we can stop putting out halbs. Something.
How many villagers does Code have right now? I feel like he's probably down to like 50.
Code's sitting on 70. And it's just like the Code is sitting on about 10,000 wood. He's got no food, 1,000 gold. And so I guess he's going to sell wood and get some food. So these raids have been somewhat successful, although he doesn't have any food because he has about 20 Hussar queued. So
yeah.
Yeah, as much as Brew has certain stats and stuff right now, when I'm looking at this map, it looks like Code's going to be up 2-0. I'm still waiting for Brew to come out with his Desperation Onager here and try to fire away and see what he can pick off.
The only thing, though, is Code is in a good position, but he doesn't have the reserves to back it up. Like, one bad fight, one bad move to rebuild an army, he doesn't have to do it. So Broad needs to like kill his army if he can, and that's it. Code should be shooting at that siege workshop to get whatever it is there out so they can kill it rather than waiting for it to pop out.
Here it comes. Here it comes. There it is.
And
no. All right, GG.
All right. Let's move on now.
Brew with a couple raids in the back here. Now, this was Brew's home choice. So the Code gets to choose next. So Brew's down 2-0.
Really shows you the skill level here, huh? Oh, look at this. That's aggressiveness. Where he's going in. It really shows you the aggressiveness that he has, right?
Yeah.
But it really shows you the skill level that you 4-0 a guy, and then the guy comes back, and we might be looking at 2-0. Really goes to show you the difference, huh? Where it's not that much of a difference, right? Except with He Who Should Not Be Named, where he's just that good.
It's like when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, and they woke up a sleeping giant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we got 3 Trebs and a couple Rams coming in now.
Yeah. And Brock kind of fights the same way that Frost 9 does. So it's going to be an interesting fight here. Frost 9 and Brock would probably fight for like 4 days straight. You know what I mean?
It's time we can't complain too much about these wars that happen. Like, these wars in real life usually lasted like months or years. Just continuous siege and raiding and
one straight battle. Yeah. In fairness, though, an actual battle probably would take 4 or 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even like the Battle of Little Bighorn probably took like 20 minutes.
I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast this week. They had this historian on there talking about I think it was the Aztecs, that after they built their main temple in Tectextlan or whatever it is, they sacrificed 80,000 people, slaves, in 4 days right after it was done being built. So basically, all the people that they had, building it, they lined them all up and said, "All right, job's done. Now it's time to sacrifice you for the gods." How do you kill that many people in that short a time with what? With just stones and shaped into swords? Like, holy shit.
Yeah. It was pretty bad, right?
Absolute savagery back in these times.
Now, Code's going to have a little problem with his eco. But you're absolutely right. But we should embrace that culture because it's different than ours.
I'll embrace it because it's on Age of Empires too.
Now Code needs to make him. He needs to make an eco now.
Yeah, Brew is picking off a bunch of villies. I mean, he does have a bunch of farmers still going right now. They're boasting about 175 pop. Brew's at about 90 villagers. Code's at about 70. So I don't know. It's not like Code's behind at all.
No, he decimated Bro's economy. But Bro's got so much. Like he killed 30 villagers, but he's got so much in reserve that he's gonna be able to keep on raiding, and Code just doesn't have like well-placed castles.
Well,
so,
I think the advantage for Code now is he was able to take down pretty much all of Brew's castles except for one. So now he doesn't have to focus on moving, Trebs around the field. He can just literally make an army that beats Brew's. And with the relic advantage, I think he's going to be able to do it. Yeah, I mean, the Code's already popped out again. He's got some raids coming in here down in the back, but so many open land for Brew, and the Sicilians just don't really have the mobility, so it's not like he's going to be able to cover too much.
He's going to have to move off of a wood line at some point, and that's what's going to hurt him. And I just think that we're going to be watching a prolonged game where it's just going to be raid, but at some point, Brew's going to have to sell his food for gold and make more than just one trap. Like he's gonna have to come out with like rams, whatever, to try to beat this. But right now these raids are giving him a little bit of a fit, right?
Here comes a Treb hammering on a front castle. Meanwhile, the Code's whole Cav Archer army is trying to fight 4 light Cav. And Brew's got numbers up here at the top. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We got what? We got a couple Rams banked up here for Code. But he's going to lose a big castle. The Code getting another castle down here in the south. But yeah, you got to get your army back up this way, Code.
Yeah.
Castle comes a crumbling here for the Code. Uh-oh. Oh, here comes the rest of the HCA. Yeah, I think this army is just going to be a little too big for Brew coming up. Brew just has to be able to get these, or Code has to be able to get these Hussar away from the Haubs so they can get on the skirmishers.
Yeah.
More Hussar running through the back right here. Rams coming up. That's not going to do much for those skirmishers. We got a bunch of red villies making a break for these wood lines over here.
He's that desperate for wood, right? He's that desperate for wood. How much wood does Bro have?
He's sitting on 6,000 right now, so he's not super desperate, but I have seen to do something sooner than later.
Well, when you have to start replenishing farms, right?
Yep.
That's where it's gonna be hard.
And you gotta start selling off for gold.
Yeah.
The sergeant's doing some work down here until he gets shot down. Those villies aren't gonna last long over there.
If he doesn't see him, you don't know.
And the Code just has to protect these Cav Archers. As long as Code has these Cav Archers going, Brew just ain't gonna be able to do much. But I think we need to be more aggressive with the Cav Archers now. It's like you can run anywhere on the map with these Cav Archers other than that castle. Yeah. So go kill as much as you can instead of running your Cav Archers into the castle.
Yeah.
Oh, good castle here by the Code. He kept getting running on by there. So now the castle's going to help him out with that area.
And now he's starting to feel it with his population. He's down to 69 villagers, brah. The raids are starting to pay off. And even though he has a lot of resources still, it's going to go slower, slower.
So we got one hustler up here. Get this pony going. Comes another raid. Too many HCA there. It's just absolutely melting these light cav. Bruce still has this little trash army up on this hill. Brew is just still bringing pressure around the sides, getting raids in wherever he can. But his resources are slowly diminishing. 3,700, 3,500 wood, 1,800 food. Brew's at about 187 pop. But he's
I would have liked to have seen him sell it more, and maybe tried to get up a donjon. He needs a wood line, and he's not going to have it.
He's got a couple open wood lines over here.
Yeah, but the way he's fighting, he's fighting so much.
Uh-oh. Treb's going protected for a second. Can Brew Code get in here and snipe one of these Trebs? Down goes one Treb. We got a couple Hussars fighting for one more. Skirmishers are trying to pluck him with the spears. Ooh, he's able to keep one Treb alive. But now here come the HCA and the Hussar.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the Hussar coming in through the back.
He's like, fuck you, bastard, I'll raid you back.
Yeah, no kidding. Those Hussar are going to do more damage
that's
than
the
the light
GG
cav.
raid. Yeah, that's the GG raid.
Looks like it.
You're at 47 now, and you're fighting with trash, and when you do that, you need at least 100 villagers. You're not going to be able to... Once you try to replace this army that you're about to lose...
Code sitting nice and tight up on the hill, getting that attack bonus from those arrows raining down from those HCA. Bruh does have a huge trash army. Even though it is trash, it is a large in numbers.
But if he has to replace it, though, look at food now. He just rang the bell. Like, and he rang the bell. Usually good players don't ring the bell,
When you ring the bell, that means your town is in trouble.
Right. You don't ring the bell. This is like Navy Steals. You only ring the bell when you want out.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. When you ring the bell, you want out.
Yeah. You don't ring the bell.
Oh, so much army in this trash battle right now. It's lagging the game. This is... Is this the battle for the GG? Could this be the end?
I don't know.
How many Cav Archers Code got left here?
Dude, bro has 10 villagers. 10
villies left?
Is that it? Am I saying that right?
He's got 30 villagers left.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's not much more. Oh, we got a couple Trebs here now, too. I don't know why you go Treb right now. Just make units and kill them.
Dude, you got 30 villagers and you're still throwing away food units like they're nothing. Like, that's not, I don't know. I guess it's total desperation. This is his last push.
This is his last push.
Once that drive goes out, we're going to see GG.
Yeah, Coach still got a couple castles protecting left. Bruh just still have this castle here and this northern hill left as well. So it's about 142 right now. We're only through game 2 right now. And Rage and Viper are starting in about 20 minutes. And so that's going to give us the opportunity maybe to jump back and forth between games.
Yeah.
We'll see if they start on time or not.
See what the sellout crowd of 6 viewers wants to do.
Oh. And there is the GG Code taking down game 2. Tommy, thoughts on the series thus far?
I'm surprised that he went. I'm surprised that he went Sicilian Hun and gave Code that option. I'm speechless, actually.
Yeah, I felt like Brew played a really good game there, but I'm taking Huns over Sicilians all day, especially on the old patch.
Yeah, yeah. Like the format. Think it's really cool that they did that. Would have been interested to see if it was a different map, right? To do that on, but to do that in this, right, where maybe you could get more of their navy in. I don't know.
They
I
got
just
good
thought it was
navy.
going to be. I think they do. Yeah, the Italians actually in real life did have a good navy, so I'd imagine they'd have a better navy than the Huns. Let's put it like that, right? The Huns were afraid of the water. So,
All right, good point. Good point.
Nilly is up to 2 points. He's at 2,400 viewers right now.
Is he casting this game too?
Which game? I'll tell you in a sec.
Brew versus Code.
I'll tell you in a sec. I believe so, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and check to see if they got this next game started already. Nope, looks like they're still in the lobby. I think it's time for me to grab some water. All right, I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back. Tommy, find us a celebrity guest.
It looks like Viper. It looks like Nilly is gonna switch away to watch the Viper. So we'll probably only be the one covering Bra. Huh.
All right, let's see if we can get this game to pull up. Have you been going to the spectate games, or you just been watching off my stream?
I've just been watching off yours. I can't. I didn't do that thing with my PC.
Yeah. It's a little bit
Because
easier
I've been
than
playing
I thought.
CBA in between. Ooh, we have a Legend versus Maldahar Tatars war. Now that'll be interesting.
Ooh. Can we pull that for a
DM
little bit?
World Cup 4. What?
Can we pull up that for a little bit?
I don't know. I think what's his face is watching it. I think Nilly is gonna break off the Bro game.
Ooh, we got Golden
I wonder when
Swamp. We got Golden Swamp coming up next. Yeah, I think they're gonna be watching the Viper and Rage. We'll stay on Brew and the Code since we're already in this series, and then we'll try to skip over there if we can catch a little bit of it.
Yeah, we'll get back. Yeah, we'll go back in there 4 hours. 4 hours. These kids have been brutal. Brutal.
As soon as we see the skirms come out, that's when it's time to see what's going on in the other game.
Yeah, yeah. I think we'll watch a Maldahar game then.
Well, are you able to still see the spec games in there? Oh, I guess you can only see the new ones, not the old ones.
Legend is throwing out his Twitch. He's got a game.
He's got a game.
He's playing Maldahar.
Legend would be the guy that streams while all this Deathmatch World Cup is going on.
Right? Right?
Hey, he's
Well,
top.
in a way though, like you can't make his schedule, right?
He's he's top 20 in team games in the ladder. He keeps telling people to come get him. Who can take down the
Yeah.
Slav King?
I gotta. I think Broomstick could do that, right? If Broomstick just plays Japanese, he can call himself top 10.
All right, Code taking the first 2 games. Viper and Rage are going to be coming up here in about 10 minutes. Bunch of people. I wonder how many other people are streaming World Cup right now. I know Lidicor is streaming it. Nilly is. Greek TV. I'm Coming is streaming it. Bunch of people. Oh, I need to get my chat bot thing going while we're sitting here waiting. Tommy, what if you had to fight for your civilization and you had to pick a civilization from Age of Empires 2, what army would you like to fight in that you feel like you'd have the best chance of winning?
Say that again?
Which army would you like to be a part of? Which one do you think was the most deadly?
In real life?
Yeah.
Ooh. I would probably go with the Britons, King Richard.
You think the longbows would be the toughest to take down?
Yeah. Because, yeah, probably. I would say that would probably be a nice battle. But I'd love to have. I wouldn't have wanted to watch the battles because that would be so gory, like chopping, men chopping up men. Oh, that'd be so gross, right? Right? Like you cut into a guy and then like you hit an artery and his blood, going on you. It's barbaric,
Yeah.
It's really tough. That's really tough.
Yeah, I wonder how many. Well, I heard something before, like just the psychology of humans, that so many times in battles, so many of the warriors or soldiers there are afraid to. Well, I guess it's more modern warfare. They're afraid to shoot their weapon. I heard some crazy stat, and I don't even know if this is true, but like 80% of soldiers in like more modern warfare didn't even fire their rifles during battle. Like the most of the fighting was done with just a smaller portion of the actual armies that were in battle zones.
What's this now? Say that again.
Something like, and I don't know if this is right. I just heard this one time, but 80% of the soldiers that were in live action never actually fired their weapons. You think that's true?
In which war? And where though?
Like all modern warfare, like I guess everything after like the 1900 and beyond, like more like the trench warfare and like World War II and stuff like that. Most soldiers never even fired their weapon. That's the word on the street. I don't know. Could be wrong. Game 3, Code vs. Brew. We got Lithuanians versus Tatars on the Swamp. Let's get the Fog of War. Let's get the score going on. This is similar. Didn't we watch this between, who was it, Rage and Leash, this battle? On this map?
I believe so. Hold on one.
I think this is the matchup where both of them have like the small dinghy demo ships rather than the full demo ships. But hopefully we get to see some flaming camels come out. I feel like that's a good unit to use on this map. That way you can blow up bunches of units coming in.
We saw a great Andy.
Was it Andy and Brew?
Andy Souths. Yeah. And then we saw. Who else did we see on this? I thought favorite one was really good with the Tatars. Remember that? Yeah, he played Tatars versus I forget who.
Yeah, so many games now. They can't all just go together. Oh, who was he? He was what was that matchup? Was that Viper he was playing against? No, or was it Stone? It was Stone, because he did the they walled off the 2 docks, but they had so the villager could reach 2 of the docks instead of 1. That was a
This
sneaky little
I like
maneuver.
Bro's positioning in this one. He's got boats out first. He's look at this. He's got a really good jump. Now, what are the 2 civs here? Because I was chatting away. What's this?
You getting a celebrity for us coming in?
Not at the moment. I was working on someone. It didn't pan out.
All right. Hey. Yeah, not every lead's gonna turn into juice.
Yeah, that's true. Look at these villager picks that Bro's got going with this army. Like then he runs his land army in the back of his base. Really, really, really interesting.
Ooh, these camels got stuck up against the trees.
What a pin!
Oh, get those camels out of there!
Oh. But Broad goes market early, right? Give him the old. And now he's got what is this? This is Tatars versus who?
Lithuanian. And so I feel like on land, Tatars are the better get, just because the camels versus the paladins. Then you got the nice cav archers from Tatar as well. We'll see if Bro can save some of his cav archers here.
Yeah, I love how Broad went market, thinking that's going to be a big thing for Code, and you should. I would take away, if offensively he's always playing with it, then you should. I'm wondering, you don't want to let him get the relics, because obviously that's going to help his paladins.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And Bro's already sitting on those.
No, that's the Code sitting on him.
Yeah, Code's sitting on him already. I like Bro's positioning with the. He's got so many more.
So many more ships. He's got the camels coming in, getting away from the halbs. Oh, if he can just come downhill with these camels right here, he's going to clean this up. But he stays back.
Yeah. Also, too, trash units, though, for Bra. The Tatars do not have good trash because they're missing some of these. I think they're missing the forging or something. So they're not as strong.
See if Baru can snipe this castle before he gets it up. Oh, he does. He's going to be able to raid for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
He sucks up some more of that army. Looks like the Code's got about 37 ships over here. But Baru...
I don't want to be disrespectful to Code, but this does not look like he was the one that picked this. I mean, he looks completely off balance.
Ooh.
Remember when we saw Favorite One do this, and he was Lithuanians, he did not go for the relics. He did not say, oh, I need my +1, +2 attack for my paladins. I'm just going to go and go and get the gold and end this. And this is not the case right now. This is not happening right now for the Code.
Nope, the Code has one. Let's see, he still has a bunch of relics going down.
Oh, look at the
see if the cav archers can come in.
Oh.
There's one fumble.
Priest goes down. We lost the priest.
Priest Holmes with the fumble.
Yep.
Bruce has got this massive army sitting behind, and do either of these civs have cannons? Because I would definitely be looking to go with cannons right now if I was the Code. He has enough ships to protect the cannon galleons, and they'll take out some of these towers and castles going up for him.
Those are just guard towers, though, so they're not keeps.
Yeah.
That's you shouldn't be as worried about that. But yes, I think the cannons would be a very big to do.
Yeah, they're just like pawns and chests. They're just kind of in the way. They kind of just help protect a little bit, even though they don't do too much damage themselves.
Look at the size of this fleet now, and Code has got a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, he is sitting
Now you get one
on
push to get the center, and if you don't, GG.
40 ships as opposed to... Oh, he's got about 39 galleons here. Bruce has got him bunched up even tighter. And now these camels coming in are definitely an advantage over the lightest. Although I don't know which has more HP. The lightest sitting on 150. Camels are about
ramming
140.
boats right now?
He's ramming boats. Ram it up! There comes the cannon galleons from the code. I think it might be a little too late, though.
Yeah, I think Bro's going to take this game.
He is hammering on him right now. Oh, the Lithuanians have a little bit stronger keep, don't they?
Yeah.
They both shoot at the same range, but the keep's got 12 attack and, well, no, they have, yeah, 12 to the guard tower's 11. It's not a huge advantage.
But the advantage right now is to the guy that's got the middle. He's got the gold, right? So
Whoever makes the gold makes the rules. Look at these cav archers in the back right here. Just making it rain on these villagers on the side. Brew's got some. Oh, Brew's got a bunch of sheep he's collecting over here on the side. Coming in with the sheep raid.
yeah.
Now Brew's making a move to the southwest part of the island. Ooh, and here comes a couple cannons to knock down some of these keeps up there. Oh, now Brew's just sitting on these cav archers and getting hammered by the town center.
Yeah. He's got to grab that relic now.
The old fumble.
Yep.
All right, here comes some cavalry in to soak up some of the arrows coming from the galleons. Ooh, now we got the Treb out. Gonna hammer on some of these docks up here. Stop the Navy coming out. Brew just keeps sending in rams from all angles too, helping distract. I like this.
Yeah, he's the first one that really used the rams against the galleons.
I think the code tried to make a couple of demolition dinghies, but those got sniped down immediately.
Yeah. All right, this one looks like it's going to be a fast game.
Yeah, this one is pretty fast for Golden Swamp. Those docks are going down. We got more galleons on the top side coming in. I think Bruh's going to lose those, but he's going to start, continue to chip away at the code's fleet. Code sitting on 2,000 wood, 1,600 gold.
I don't think he's going to have enough. He's just going to keep on spamming in shit because he's got the middle.
Yeah.
Like every time he knocks something down, something else is going to take its place.
Brew is sitting on 3,800 gold right now. And the code doesn't have anything to raid with.
No, he's got nothing.
Yeah, and these Tatars, their castle unit, what are these things called? The Keshik. They get gold every time they take a swing.
Right?
Talk about a mercenary right there. Here's another little cav archer raid. The sheep are finally making their move here in the west part of the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, the code basically has this one big army here in the middle. I'm wondering if Brew is going to try to set up a side base and just come in with a bunch of rams to open up some of the code's main base in the back.
When you have the gold, you could trade with them all day long because you could build back your losses.
That is true.
And I think that Bruh should continue doing that. Just keep on pushing him in the center.
Both players sitting on about 125 villagers. Bruh at about 4,700 gold. The code down to 800, and the map is just getting squeezed on him more and more. And these cannons just coming to rain in on these Trebs. Down goes one Treb. Although I think the code's going to get this castle in the middle from him as well. And the code just has nowhere else to build more docks either.
No, but that castle going down does help because he needs to get something in there.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Tatter's Trebs have incredible range.
Yes, that is true as well. These Trebs could become a huge weapon for Brew here. And Brew is chewing up the back of his base. There's no castle in a good spot back here, so his Cav Archer's going to be able to make it rain for a while as long as he can keep sending some back there.
It's the least of his problems.
The Paladins are going to get some extra hits, though, on these Keshik. They're going to probably run through them. And so Code does clear up Brew on his gold pile for now, and he is sitting on 1,300 gold, but Brew's still sitting on 3,600 gold from what he's been able to mine so far.
Still, this is still Brew's game to lose, right? So he had a great start in this one. I mean, he had 6 dots up before Code even had 1.
Yeah. So Code's going to continue to try to build out the back of his base where Brew was raiding him at.
Now Code's getting up his keeps. I like this. When you start making him get rams to knock down, like just to, because rams are a good unit, but they're not an effective unit, right? Because you're gonna have to send in 6 rams to get one, just to get it to start moving. So they are expensive. So yeah. I like him going keep crazy here. Don't know if that's gonna be enough to get him back into this game. It might be too little, too late. We'll see.
Yeah, the Code chopped down on his villager count. He's at 105 right now. Or maybe Brutus killed that many, and then Code said, I'm not going to replace him. Bru's sitting on about 130 villagers. I think he's trying to reduce that a little bit now, too. He's just got a couple of Hussar out here ready to grab anybody. And now we got galleons galore. Oh, but Code making quick work of getting the town center up and getting the villagers chopping right here. That was an impressive move by the Code.
I totally agree. He needs to, if he gets his berries back, he's able to get that other relic. That will help his paladins. That's going to change. An extra +2 does help.
Excellent move by the Code. Now Brew is sitting on 800 gold and the Code is sitting on 1,600. He doubled his gold count. Oh, yeah. Wow. That looked like the Code was on his back foot, and just with a couple of swift moves there, he's able to get the keeps up, able to get the town center up. Ooh.
Again, the level of competition that we're watching here is that close, right? It's that close.
Yeah, if you don't put someone away immediately, they're going to rebuild and come right back at you.
Right.
But now, we got the cannons out, we got the Trebs out, we got the Rams coming in. I don't know if the Code has the army to hold this middle either. He's going to try to grab as much of this gold right now as he has it. But let's see, we got about 38 galleons to Brew's 34 galleons. Yeah, these cannon galleons are just going to hammer right now. Oh, as long as you don't get them too close. Uh-oh. I think he's going to lose his cannon galleon right here. No, not too close. Brew.
But these Trebs are going to do work because of the range. But again, this is going to be, so this might be like a Civil War battle, right? Where the hill changed sides 7 times, right? I think it was the Battle of Seminary Hill or something, and at the Battle of Gettysburg. The battle for the middle might change hands a couple times here.
Yeah.
But he did a great job of getting up those keeps, and now it's a battle. Bruno's fighting a battle now where the trading is not going to be beneficial for him.
Yeah. And
this is the type of game because Code loves gold. You know what I mean? It's the Turk in it, The Turk Civ is a very gold-oriented Civ. And same thing here.
I love gold.
He got... How many relics does Code have right now? I feel like he's got 2, at least 2.
He's got at least 2. I don't know if he picked up the one that Priest Holmes fumbled. Actually, he's sitting on 3-0 right now. So that's all he really needs, when it comes to this battle. Relics aren't as important.
Paladins. For him, it is, though. The Paladins are a +3 attack.
Yeah,
So they're going to be chopping up camels and everything now. At plus
well, I'm
3.
saying it doesn't make sense for him to get all 5. Like you only need like it doesn't make sense for him in terms of gold, but with Lithuanians getting the paladin bonus. Yeah. We're on the same page here.
Yeah.
Looks like the code is losing a lot of his galleon fleet up here. Bru's just hammering. Now we got some reinforcements coming in.
How much? Which code's gold at right now? And his pop.
Code is sitting on 700 gold, and we're sitting on 160 pop from the code, 170, 180 now from Brew. So Brew with a slight population advantage. He's able to clear up some of the middle to get back some of this gold. Who can micro their galleons better to get a better trade over here?
Look at the back. But again, it's like it's the stamina throughout the game. The longer that Broad does not get the gold, the more he has to trade. To replace a galleon is so much more expensive when you don't have the resources to do it, right? Mm-hmm. It's like 1945 Germany trying to build a battleship Bismarck. You just don't have the resources to do it. Whereas America was making 3, they were making 3 a month. It was crazy.
Battleship Bismarck. I don't know about that story.
You never heard of Battleship Bismarck?
No, I've not.
Andy Gordon wrote a song about it. We gotta sink the Bismarck. The world depends on us. You never heard that?
No.
All right.
I gotta look it up. I like the history stuff.
Yeah, you should watch it. It was Germany's best battleship. The second it took sail, I think Britain sent out 60 ships to stop it. But again, like what you were saying about like 80% don't actually fight, right? Yeah. Only one battleship caught up to the Bismarck, the Hood, and the Bismarck blew it out of the water. But the Hood was its happened to be its flagship of Britain at one time. So it's a very heroic story. Hearing a lot of people went down on the Hood, and it was very sad. And one guy was a survivor of the Hood, said he went to break for the door, and like one of the captains or like high officers on the ship just turned to let him through, and then he stood back at his post and went down with the ship. It's amazing. Yeah. It was an incredible story to hear.
Is there a book or a documentary about the Bismarck? There has to be, right?
Yeah, definitely. Right, and then once they lost that ship, though, it really didn't do much except sink that ship, and then within like 8 days they hunted it down and destroyed it.
And then they just didn't have enough resources to keep making them.
Well, instead they were making U-boats, right? The submarines, and one submarine would kill 4 transport ships. So they just said, we're going to stop America from supplying Britain. And at first they were really able to do that. And then the tactics of hunting the submarines, defending the submarines, it didn't work out as well. And then once they came out with, hydroacoustics or something like that, I forget what it was called, but sounding in the water, like
the sonar and shit.
Yeah.
They were able to finally find them.
Yeah, and it really goes to show you about how how much for war they're able to use people's skills, right? Mm-hmm. So and I'm not joking around here. But what I'm saying is, when you're in a world war and everyone is fighting, because in World War II, every person was part of the war. A guy like Jay-Z wouldn't be making raps. They would be using him. They would be using his tone to help find submarines.
What are you talking about? They would. He would be writing rap songs about the Bismarck.
Yeah.
The code with the excellent move to reclaim the middle and take game 3. Oh no! Brew, after sweeping the code, is in risk of getting swept right now. Oh man, Tommy, what happened on that one? We thought Brew was gonna take it.
I thought that was Bruno's game to lose, badly. Um, it's almost like, and I'm not comparing the skill level, but it was almost like when we saw Frost Nine play Viper, where he had the middle and then he didn't. And something happened where Bruno lost the middle, and then once he lost it, that was it.
Well, Bruno actually had more gold collected, but the code did get about 2,000 gold out of that those relics that he grabbed. So
It could have been the difference in the game. Plus, it helped with his paladins. But
ooh.
again, and Joro said it too. No one was making demo ships. I feel like, and also too, nobody. I did anyone test a flaming camel against galleons? Because I feel like that could have been a move too, which nobody actually saw.
Yeah, we didn't get that. All right, so Brew and the code, I guess they're gonna start here soon. But I think the Rage and the Viper are already doing their. Are they doing a Hun War on? Is that the settings for this one? They got a Hun War on Arabia.
Do we have an update there?
Nah, they're in game one right now. It's just started 15 minutes ago. Hun War on Arabia, best of 9. So, I think let's see.
Let me pop into the Viper stream. I'll tell you what's going on.
Yeah, Nilly has it up right now, and the Viper's knocking down a castle here for Rage.
Ooh. It's the Viper. The Viper. The Viper.
All right, we got another game on. Oh, we got Portuguese on Golden Swamp now with the code Embra. And so, all right, let me update the game here.
Dude, the Viper doesn't even look worried or bothered.
Yeah, it's just a walk in the park for him, whenever he plays. It's like he's playing solitaire. It's like, oh, all right, go ahead and put the ace on here. What was that last one? We got Lith and Tatar on Gold and Swamp. And that one again going to the code 3-0. Woo. All right, we got a Portuguese war coming down in a minute. Brew fighting for his life. Well, it's on Golden Swamp, so we have to see the ships. It's not going to be.
Okay.
It's not going to be an Arabia Portuguese matchup. That's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Viper's up about 1,000 points on Rage right now. Although I think Rage is about to knock down one of the Viper's castles. Although the Vipers took the middle on him. All right, 20 seconds left. All right, Tommy, is Brew going to get this dub, or is Code going to take this 4-0 on him?
I think Brew will take this. I think Brew had the last game. I think he's gonna make the same jump out there the way he wants to, and then that's it. I think Brew might have, by taking market, killed his wood, where he couldn't make enough ships or something. There's something that happened there where I think the market might have blew up in his face. I don't know.
I felt like he was getting kind of split with his galleons on one side or the other, and Code was just kind of going back and forth with this whole army, able to outnumber him when he was taking on the engagements.
Could very well be.
Code again, building out his base, not throwing up any early docks. Brew, I guess, not really doing the same either. Gotta get the caravels going during the Portuguese War, that's for sure. We got 6 stables from Brew. The Code, we got 4 stables and 5 racks.
Give me 1 second. My daughter's calling me.
I think Brew is expecting the Code to go mostly champs right now. And so he's going to stream out the Cavs. Got a castle going up and a dock going up for Brew. Got a dock finally going up for the code. Let's see, the code has... Both of them haven't built any docks yet. Rush coming in here from Brew. He's going for the win in Game 4. No holds barred. You got one game till you're eliminated. You might as well bring out the heat. Code down to 5 villagers. Brew's got a couple of Villy advantage on him. Although the Code's coming in trying to get some Villy snipes too. He's going to get a second one. I think he's going to get this third one over here. Brew, save your villagers. Oh, there goes down another one. Exposed villager up here as well. The Code's going to be able to sniff out. And now we're sitting on a 6-5 villager advantage for the Code over Brew. Brew finally has at least one dock up. He's got the ships running in right now. The Code has a couple of docks up. 6 docks so far here for Brew. Only one of them built so far in the Code. He's got 8 docks coming up. Demo ships flying in right now. Gotta get your infantry off the water and your cavalry, or else boom, boom. I think the Cavaliers are going to eat up this army, but if the Code sends in another demo ship... Oh, here comes the wall of demo ships. Are they going to take out all these calves? Uh-oh, run away! Ooh, oh! Damn, down goes about 10 calves from those demo ships. That's tough. Here comes some calves running in the back here for Brew. Let's see if Code can get the quick wall. Nope, he's going to lose a Villy. He's going to lose a second Villy. Sneaks out this one to help start building this castle. But the Code's got some calves running around the back here too. And then Brew is committing a bunch of halbs there. Demo ships in Caraville coming down the pipe for the Code. We got a bunch of lonely calves right here just standing and waiting to take out someone getting on these gold piles. Alright, both of them trying to play on the perimeter and take up some, stop some of the eco from getting going. But I think it's time to focus on taking this middle. Get these caravels going, and once you get enough caravels up here, it's hard to use demo ships. Usually they just snipe them. We'll see if Brew can stop this villager from putting up this castle here. Nope, runs by all of them, doesn't see it. The caravels, scorpions on water. Brew losing the rest of his calves over there. Both players sitting about 120 pop. Brew's got 14 Villies. The Code only has 8, so a couple of good raids by Brew pays off for him. Code looking to go pretty much all halves right now. I think Brew's going to lose some value here with these. I mean, these caravels, they're scorpions. They'll shoot through your whole army. Going a bunch of calves right now, probably not the best. Ooh, that's a good demo ship move right there. Taking down a bunch of caravels for the Code. Oh, baby. He took about 2/3 of the caravel fleet out right there with that move. Way to sneak in the calves and the demos at the same time. It looks like the Code is going to reload here with a bunch of halves coming down the pipe. And we're sitting on, let's see, got about 20 or so caravels to 30 of Brews. But the Code has a little bit more mix of an army right now. Got a couple bombard cannons coming out here from the Code as well too. Stop some of these towers getting up from the middle. And now the Code has a little bit of a shield. Oh no, all those halves get taken down pretty easily. And now the caravels are going to start pounding on each other. Got about 13 caravels up front here. About 15 here for Brew. Although Code's got a bunch of caravels here in the back, 27 total. Brew's sitting on about 119 pop right now. The Code is only in the 80s, still getting the back of his base build out after Brew is hassling him on that. We got the light cav coming to snipe these bombard cannons, but I think there's just too many caravel and towers there for the light cav to be able to punch through and do anything. Here we got about 14 caravels on about 24 right now. Yeah, Code pulls out of there. He's not winning that one. Let's see if these bombard cannons can hammer on these trebs. Down goes one treb. Light Cav tries to come in and raid these bombard cannons, but gets sniped immediately by the Caravel. These Halbs aren't going to have much better luck. Code doing an excellent job with micro here at the top. Code sitting on about 1,600 gold. Brews down to about 600. Neither player really able to mine any gold right now, although Brew does have about 3 villies right here you could probably get going. If they don't get killed by this cannon coming up here. The Code trying to raid down here in the south, but there's a castle on the way. That's not going to be a good trade for him. These light cav keep trying to run in and snipe these bombard cannons, but not having a whole lot of luck. Brew sitting with 44 caravels in the middle. Code sitting on about 19, so huge advantage here from Brew. Now he's just got to be able to pay attention to his army, not waste too much, and just gradually push the middle away from Code to start soaking up some of this gold. But he's losing a bunch of caravels right here. It's down to army about 31 mixed with different units, mostly caravel. Here comes the light cav to soak up some shots as the caravel come in. And oh, look like they're going to get on some of these BBCs. Nope, still keeps those 4 rolling right now. Now they're going to turn around and fire. Demo ships try to fly in. I think it only takes down 1 caravel. It is tough to use these demo ships on these caravel. And Bruce in with the whole army over here, not really doing a whole lot. I think that's what happened with Brew in the last game. He had an army on both sides, but Code was just able to go back and forth on him. And was able to take down, whittle away at his army a little bit better. Got a couple Halbs coming around a raid for the side here for Brew. See if he can find some luck over there. Code gonna try to expand out with more towers here. We see a couple cannon galleons coming from Brew. I think he can just hide these behind the island right here. And anytime that anytime the Code tries to build anything up, these cannon galleons are just gonna snipe it down. Code trying to pound on this tower in the middle. We got a bunch of caravel coming in to try to snipe some of these bombard cannons from the Code. We got one. We got a second one going down. And now Code, or the Brugge, loses a handful of caravels over there. I don't know if that was the best trade. He's able to take 2 of the bombard cannons, but he lost, God, I think he lost like 10 caravels with that trade right there. Yeah, I think Brew keeps trying to push the edges here when really he needs to just go right up the middle of this island. These Halbs sitting back here got a chance to take out some of these villagers chopping wood, but just not able to get on it. Small raid coming down here from the Code. But yeah, the Code again taking this big army in the middle and just taking on half of Brew's army while the other half is just kind of waiting around. Now we'll see the Code rally back up, come to the middle here, and go ahead and take on the rest of the army on the other side. Here comes the cannons, going to knock down another one. More towers coming up from Code. Yeah, Portuguese got some good cannons. I think Brew might want to look at getting either some cannon galleons or some BBCs up here with his caravels as well. Continuing to go into these bombard cannons and towers and caravels is just not going to be able to get it done. We got one cannon here in the back. We now got some Halbs coming in. Oh, Bro is sitting on 14 caravels down here. Let's see, he's got about 20 caravels total to Brew's 28 caravels. Got a raid coming in the back. Finally, these Halbs get in there and start chopping up some villagers, but I think Code's all over that. More calves coming in for Brew. Not really getting too much out of there. I think it's not going to be long here for the Code to start setting up and starts taking out some of this gold. But now he's got his BBCs out in front. Loses 2. About to lose this third one up here. Uh-oh. Good trade here from Brew. Code gets out of position a little bit. And Brew is still sitting on, let's see, Code sitting on 22 Caravel. Brew is sitting on 24. So able to trade a little bit more, though. Getting a tower up in the middle there from Code helps give him just a little bit extra footing here in the middle. Bruce says, fuck it, I'm going to start getting some of this gold, even though he's losing a villager getting hit right now. We'll see if this bombard cannon, these cannon galleons can hammer down that middle tower there. Alright, Brew finally stabilizing and getting his feet underneath him. I think that raid in the back and combining his army down here has really helped him out. Now we'll see if he'll be able to trade some of these bombard cannons. Ooh! A little dodgeball action there. Snipes one of the BBCs. Caravel battle on the southwest part of the island. Looks like 26 Caravels going up against, I don't know, a falling 20-some for Brew. Or for the Code. And Brew's just going to stand there and stand his ground and fight it out. And gets the Code to back off of the spot, especially with the Cavaliers coming in. Brew's still sitting on about 24 Caravel. The Code sitting on about 9. Is that right? 9. With 9. Is that demo ships? No, that's just a regular galleon. Mixing regular galleons with this army. That's an interesting move. I think I would go straight Caravel and cannons and demo ships. I don't know if I'd use the regular galleon. But the Code doing an excellent job at just getting these bombard cannons set up in the middle and just getting a good radius, shooting anything that comes inside of it. Brew is trying to get some gold put up here. Code has not really been able to get too much of the gold up in the middle. And now coming around the top side of the base, I really like how Brew is moving his whole army from side to side to continue to chip away at the Code's army and the towers that he's getting up. If we take a look at the kill death, it's about the same right now. Brew has a few more kills. Code definitely has the tower advantage. Although the Code is sitting about 150 pop right now, and Brew is sitting on about 190. And Brew is finally getting this gold up right now. Uh-oh. He's only at about 600 gold right now. Code sitting on about the same. Code is done on food. Done on wood. He's got to get the eco going. I think if Brew can get another nice timely raid back here with the right amount of units, that'll really cripple the Code right now. Brew sitting on 1,200 wood, under 500 food, 800 gold, but the gold is flowing in. I think Brew's going to lose this engagement up top, but down in the south, it looks like he's got him outnumbered, although he pulls away. Getting right back into it, just regathering the troops. Code not going to do much damage down here. The light cav coming in, helps soak up some of these shots. Now let's see who can knock down the most towers the quickest. I love these cannon galleons in the back right here. They're just going to be able to reach any tower that comes up anywhere close, and they're going to be able to remobilize quick. Ooh, Brew's got himself an army down in the middle of the map right now. Loving it. Loving it. Bunch of the gold getting soaked up right now for Brew. Light cav going into a bunch of arrows. Let's see if they can snipe one of these bombard cannons. Holy moly. Down goes 2 more of the cannons. Got another loose cannon guy right here. We'll see if either of those guys can sniff each other out. Tommy, you back yet? Nah, Tommy's still out. Being dad of the year right now. In case anybody, maybe we'll show pictures later, but Tommy built an amazing birdhouse with his daughter the other day. A large feat in engineering for Tommy and his daughter. Treb's hammering on the towers getting put up here by Code. More light cavalry streaming in, trying to get this last cannon out of there. Oh! But the caravel snipe it down. Bro still sitting on about a 30 pop advantage right now. And definitely gathering more gold. Although the Code has a little bit higher on the KD, about 15 extra kills. There goes another tower for Code. We'll see if Brew can snipe this BBC. And he does. Now he's going to have the advantage of knocking some of these towers down. Down goes another one. More cannon galleons coming into the side to soak up this siege workshop. And Brew is gradually chipping away at the fortifications that the Code put up here. And now with a lot less towers here on the right side or the east side of the island, Brew's getting his navy setting up, ready to take out the rest of the Code's army. Time to get those cannon galleons hidden, bring these caravels up and start trading shots. Turn these cannon galleons around. I think you win this fight, win this game. Ooh, the Code backs up, trying to get back to the few towers that he has left. These caravel are so hard to kill. You really have to get a group of caravel and cannons behind them to really take it out. Once they're bunched up like that, you can't send in a bunch of infantry or cavalry in there on them. They're just going to shoot through all of them like scorpions do. So you got to be strategic on where you take these caravel fights. And I feel like Brew is just getting some of his army just whittled away right now. He's got the gold in the middle that he's taking over, but he doesn't have a lot of gold in the bank right now. Code, meanwhile, is sitting on 1,300 food and about 1,000 gold. So he'll be able to keep pace with him for a little bit, but the Code's got to do something here to take back over the middle. He's getting a little bit of this gold over here on the side, and Brew keeps raiding in with a light cav, but I think we got too much navy and too much reinforcements coming up here for Brew. It's going to continue to push the Code back. Code getting some more eco up here in the north, but if Brew sniffs that out, that'll be a huge loss for the Code. Not a whole lot of fortification up here for that. Brew just continuing to tower and expand the middle here. Brew's got him on his back foot again. We'll see if he can put him away this time. Code sitting on about 17 caravel. Brew's got about 11. Oh, I think he's needs to get out of this fight. Still streaming in units. Still trying to retake this middle. Knocks the Code off the gold pile here on the west side of the island. Not letting his foot off the gas. Still sending in troops. He knows the Code can't match him in gold right now, so he's still just sending them in. He's got to be careful not getting too close to this castle, but he is doing a good job of microing with these cannon galleons. Now he's hammering on the castle. He got a couple of good shots on the dock there. Looks like the Code's going to try to fire off a couple demo ships here. I think if he can get a couple good demo ship shots here, that could definitely turn the tide of this battle here in the middle. We'll see. Oh, here comes the demo ship sliding through, and boom! Oh wow. Brew loses a huge chunk of caravels, but in the meantime, the Code loses that castle, providing some extra cover fire. So the Code's sitting on 13 caravel. Brew sitting on 12 and still just completely owns the middle with the gold production. Neither player really being able to raid right now. They're sending all their focus on the middle. Brew is pretty much just streaming in these light cav right now. They're just getting chopped down immediately by the caravel, but I think they're distracting enough to keep Brew's caravel numbers up. Code continues to try to put up towers, but these cannon galleons are making that a little bit difficult. Brew's still sitting on 14 caravel right there with those light calves streaming in to protect. And Code keeps putting up caravel, but they keep getting knocked back down. And it's just Not going to have enough gold to continue to spit him out. He's only on 2,500 wood. Bruce sitting on 2,000 gold right now. Now he's going to pull back a little bit, regroup. Code's going to try to get some position here, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to hold. More light calves streaming in. I guess they're trying to take out some of these cannon ships. Okay. Just not enough muscle behind them to really take out any of these cannons under all this fire. Yeah, with these Portuguese, you really just got to mass up and, continue to use, ranged units and longer range units. Trying to send in this trash in the middle. It just gets chopped down so fast by these towers and by these caravel. Yeah, so we got the caravel coming in right now. We got the cannons behind, just absolutely destroying anything that gets thrown up building-wise. He's got caravels down here. I'd like to see some cannons with it behind him as well, because the caravel right here just going against towers aren't going to do much. Yeah, this isn't necessarily a good trade, but it doesn't matter anyway. Bruce scraps it out for Game 4. Taking it to Game 5. Can Brew take down and get the reverse sweep on Code? Finally winning a matchup. So player behind. So this was Brew's pick. He wanted to go Portuguese on Golden Swamp. Military, the Code actually had about 30 more kills. Economy-wise, Brew had way more food. 12,000 more food. The Code had more wood collected. Both of them clean up all their own stone, exactly the same. But, of course, the huge advantage, obviously, Brew getting all the gold soaked up there. All right, let's go ahead and get back in, see if this last game has started. Go ahead and update the games right here. We got, what was that, Portuguese on Golden Swamp. That one is Brew.
Sorry about that. What'd I miss?
Brew held his ground and is taking it to Game 5.
Nice. I saw it. I was just, my daughter called me. I was on the phone with her, so sorry.
Yeah, I think Brew got a little wise on that one and realized that he couldn't keep splitting his army, and he started going back and forth with Code a little bit better and trading a little bit better in a lot of the fights, and was able to actually hold the middle this time instead of giving it back to the Code. So hey, Brew's one game better than he was before. You gotta like to see that.
Yeah, very big improvement. Still gonna be hard. He's got to run the tables here. He needs to win the next 3. That's very hard to do.
Is tough to do, but I think Kellen was saying in Winter War they were able to pull that off. So, very interesting. We got random noobs trying to join the Code and Brews game in here. That's pretty funny.
How's the Viper doing? I think the Viper's up 2-0.
The Viper's taking another walk in the park right now. He's up 2-0. He's got rage on his back foot right now. They're playing on Acropolis right now. Here, I'll just go ahead and drag up a Nilly stream while we're talking about it. So, I mean, with Acropolis, it's going to be obviously hard to climb the hill, especially with, was it Japanese? Is that what he's a Japanese or looks Japanese? Japanese versus Mayans. I guess you take Mayans. I like Mayans better than that.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I think if you go market, maybe. One sec.
All right, let's go ahead and check the status on this game right here. Code Brew clawing for his life right now, trying to fight back. I picked Brew in the hype show. Come on, Brew. I guess they're sitting in the lobby right now. Looks like we got a battle going on Arabia, so this should be popping up soon. I like how the games are just popping up for me instantly today. Good thing this worked out.
Yes.
Yes.
I got ribs for this. I'm gonna take a little break. Then I'm gonna go to confession. Come back. Here's some,
Oh, when you told me you had ribs last night, I was so jealous. I was like, oh man, ribs sound so good right now.
Dude, I gotta tell you, so every now and then God throws a guy a bone,
Okay.
No pun intended.
Okay.
So I'm grabbing the ribs from Stop and Shop because they make really good ribs.
Okay.
Then, as I'm walking by, I look and I'm like, who really wants sushi? But there's this really nice sushi chef in the back, and he says, I'm here to make you anything you want fresh. And I'm like, thanks anyway, guy. And he goes, it's buy one, get one 50% off. And I'm like, well, how much is it for a shrimp tempura roll? And he's like, $10. But the thing is huge, okay? It's like 3 pounds each one. So I walked away with sushi, and I couldn't even finish it. And I'm a glutton, okay? So I got 2 trays of ribs, one tray of ribs, 2 of wings, 1 BBQ, one buffalo, 2 things of sushi, which was like I couldn't even finish, and then my usual sushi. 5 bag of chips, okay, and my 6-pack of beer.
Okay.
Yep.
I love sushi. That is a lot.
Dude, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna text you how much it was though, just so that you understand for $10. And he's like, the guy was like the cutest.
Oh, so the whole package was
chef.
for $10. You got all that for $10.
No. What do you think I'd be eating? Hold on. I'm gonna text you what it was. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't. Cheap seafood is always scary to me. That just seems like a night on the toilet.
No. It wasn't like it was economical.
All right, we got 40 seconds left. We got a Persian War on Arabia, so I guess this was the codes pick. And so Persian Wars, it's kind of like, all right, once someone gets an advantage with the elephants, it's very easy to snowball and get rolling. So
See it? I just texted it to you.
all right, let me check this out.
And he put fried onion on it, which was very interesting. And then he put spicy mayo. Then he put his sweet eel sauce.
How much was this?
$10 or $10.49.
Ooh, for a shrimp roll? Tempura shrimp. That's my shit. I love me some tempura shrimp, boy. Ooh. I was supposed to get sushi recently, and that backfired, and I've still been craving that shit ever since.
Dude, I was so excited about it, I called my ex-wife to share the joy with her.
Yeah, because, like, if you go to, a sushi restaurant, and you order just, like, one roll of the tempura shrimp, that could be, depending on where you're at, anywhere from, like, $7 to $15 just for one little slab. And you got a whole,
Right,
and you got the bulk order.
That was one roll, but it was so big.
Yeah. Yeah, it filled up the whole box. It's busting at the seams. All right, looks like we got the code going 3 barracks, 5 racks, and already got 3 castles going right now. I don't see a market yet. I wonder which player is going to market first. We got 4 racks. I don't think we have any stables from Brew. We got 3 castles going up. And we got the code coming in to try to get some Philly picks. Brew doing a wall of houses here on the outside of his base. Are you seeing this build right now?
Uh-huh.
This looks interesting. I think Code's going to sneak in and snag one of these Phillies, though. He's going to... Oh, he's able to get that one back. Yeah, this is an interesting build here, but I guess, you know, with Persians, you're trying to get these elephants out as quick as you can without, you know, being overrun by the other person's army who might not go elephants as quick. But yeah, Brew already has one castle up, about to get 2 more up, and the Code is still pounding away trying to get his castles up. Although the Code does get some successful Villy snipes here, with sitting on 11-9 right now. Yeah, man, you got the shrimp rolling, you got the ribs rolling. You're just having a fucking feast over there, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when you said you had ribs the other night, I half contemplated going out to just get ribs myself so we could share that moment together.
Mm-hmm. $9 for a full rack. By the time you buy it and then prepare it, it's like, it's not worth it, you know?
All right, Brew already getting the elephants rolling right now. We'll see if he got the rams coming with it too. Code taking a strategic hill on the northeast part of Brew's base. Now he's Code trying to run in some paladins here, but it looks like we got some halbs waiting for the Code, but I don't think that's enough halbs there to really stop this raid coming in. I think Code's gonna get some more Villy picks going on. And we're gonna see if the Code was able to mass enough halbs here. Both players going in for the kill right at the same time with those trebs getting set up.
He's got the hill.
Those scorpions are firing downhill on these elephants with a gang full of halbs.
Oh, it's a massacre.
This don't look good for Bruno. Oh, no. And now these halbs are coming in late to the party. And I think... Ooh. Bruce sitting on 11 scorps right now. Code's got 25 scorps. So he like something in the back right now. He's got about 17 hammering right here. Oh, here comes some Ani shots on these scorps. Oh, no! And now the push, the wave of elephants coming downhill onto Brew. We are sitting at 140 pop to 70 for Brew. I think I know why Code chose the Persian War in this one. Holy moly.
Great army mix. And Brew took a really bad battle. A really bad battle. He's going to get thrown right off his gold now.
Yeah, he was outnumbered. He was climbing the hill. And the Code just had enough scorpions and halbs there to hold the ground. He got his trebs up there, which kind of made a little wall for the army as well. And even though Brew had a elephant advantage to begin with, that just wasn't enough.
Code's played the most complete series we've seen this late in the tournament, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean... And everything we've heard about the Code is what this game was an example of. Massive army with a huge push right at the beginning. I guess it makes sense why he's choosing Persians. Because that is the civ to do it with. Alright, we got about 10, what was that? 11 elephants for Code. Brew's got about 18 elephants right here. So he still has the elephant advantage right now. Even though it's bunched up, he does have more. And so Brew's going to get this counter push going right now. He's got a couple of onagers getting shot out here. We'll see if he can trade any there. But yeah, Code is going to need some more units up here to help finish this push off if he wants. But I think he needs to get his elephants in a better spot, going head on with his elephants to protect these scorpions right here. These Anis are in a dangerous spot. Yeah, he does need to finish off that castle. Just as we say Code's playing a complete game, he starts doing shit me and Tommy would do.
Yeah.
Now he's going to lose both of these trebs. Oh, no. All the footing he had.
Yeah. What's Code's eco looking like?
Code is sitting on no food. 3,400 wood right now. 600 gold. And now Brew immediately puts up the trap to start hammering back on that castle on the hill. And I don't know. Well, the Code just doesn't have enough meat behind him right now to push him off the spot. Although now he's getting his bombard cannons exposed. See if he can turn around and snipe that bombard cannon. No, he gets a couple scorpions though. And the Code coming right back downhill, soaking up the siege.
Oh, once again, Brew loses his scorps.
Oof. Now, since Brew has the elephant advantage, he's able to... I was going to say I thought he was going to run down these scorps, but he doesn't, and then turns around and Code gets another elephant from him.
Once again, though, Bruce boxed himself in early.
Yeah, this wall here is kind of basically giving the Code this part of the map over here. And now we got farms for days with Code in the back. I mean, Brew has done an excellent job every game getting farms up. I mean, it seems like his base is built out immediately.
Yeah, but this is going to be difficult. I feel like Code's got 3 relics already, maybe 4.
I mean, usually when we get to this point in the game, it's either I'm going to focus on my army and just not have enough eco, so I better win, or I'm focusing on my eco too much and my whole army died. So... who knows? We got about 17 elephants up against Brew's, 2 elephants? I popped out a third one right there.
Okay.
Code is sitting on... well, Code's popped out right now at 200. Meanwhile, Brew is up to 160.
And here it is.
Here comes the GG push to make it on to the next round of the lower bracket. The Code's going in for the kill. We got 18 elephants going on. I don't know, about 18 elephants that Brew has coming out. We got ram on ram action. We got monks trying to convert elephants to change their beliefs on what they believe in life. We got this gold pop. Oh, excellent snipes here by this bombard cannon. Finally, Brew takes out the bombard cannon in the back. Oh, and then Code able to reload, getting some more elephants up in front. Brew still able to hold on to his spot. And does have an elephant advantage right now. Has about 15. The Code, he just regrouped. I think he has a little bit under 15 with that. But now his scorps are exposed. Oh, he's about to lose all those. And if he can get this bombard cannon on these monks, he can chip away at a couple of those as well. We got a little raid coming in the south, a couple paladins.
What a perfectly timed raid.
Oh, perfectly timed, especially with no castles right here. These paladins might eat. They might eat for days.
Yeah.
All right, we got the monks out.
One thing you can say about Code is he does not shy away from a fight, you know?
No. No.
Yeah.
Code has came as advertised. This is literally my first time watching him like in a full series. Actually, I don't even think I've watched him play a game before. And no, when he's got numbers and he has a chance to fight, he's sending the troops in. And he's trying to grab these monks right here and trying to take back some of these elephants. We'll see if he can get these bombard cannons up on these scorps too. Oh, those scorps are close together. Oh, if we can get a couple attack ground shots. Ooh. We got the Treb up. Finally finishing off this castle. It's been on fire the whole game.
Yeah.
Code's getting deep into Brew's base. Our boy Bruno, friend of the program, on the ropes right now.
Oh no. I don't like this. Even if he stops this attack, he's just got the whole board to work with.
Oh, he's got the whole board. We got resources in the east. We got resources in the west. We got elephants coming downhill.
Look at this. He's going to lose another castle.
Third Treb about to set up shop. Pounding on this castle. We got another wave of paladins coming in to chop down.
What a great raid. What a great raid.
Looks like Brew might overpower with these elephants here. Nah, maybe not. Code doing
Doesn't
excellent.
matter. He's going to have 2 castles left after this, right? And then that's it. He's not going to be able to make his best piece.
Not going to be able to make his best, and that is the GG. Code taking down game 5 to advance to the next round of the lower bracket. Congratulations to Code. Moving on to the next round. Well, I was hoping Brew would come back and try to go for the reverse sweep there, but holy moly. Code just came out, went downhill right away, just like his style. Everybody said his style was going to be.
Yeah, that was a great, fun game to watch. Nice, short, and sweet. Powerful, right? Power, right?
Maldahar says, I feel like Brew is not as good now that he's in Quendi. Maybe he would have won if he was in TF.
you know, Maldahar, that's a great point. That easily we could talk about a potential Quendi curse. I don't think Rage is doing well right now either. So we'll see.
No, I wonder if let's see, does Nilly have that game still pulled up right now?
With the Viper light. The Viper is at 3,800 viewers.
Yeah, Viper is sitting at 3-0 right now. They're in the middle of a Golden Swamp entanglement. I don't know who is gonna or when they're gonna have the Code and Frost play off against each other, but let's go ahead and try to jump into this Viper Rage game right now.
I wonder who's gonna what's gonna happen. Oh, did Maldahar? Did you beat? Did you beat Legend?
So they're playing a Turks War on Golden Swamp. I'm going to fast forward this bitch until as far as it can go. FYI. You're still just watching off my stream right now, right? Are you in the middle of some Castle Blood?
Me? I was watching Viper stream, but I'll go back to yours.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I just want to know where you're at.
I'm going back right now.
All right, so the Viper is up 3-0 on our boy Rage right now. Let me get on the right overlay here. Let's do this one.
Maldahar, did you win? I don't know. Oh, he did. He beat Legend. I wonder why that chat's been
spoiler.
So quiet. I figured you would win. Because, like, if you didn't, I figured Legend would have reminded us in his own special way.
Yeah, I defeated the great Maldahar. It was a tough fought series, but he was not able to take down my Slavs.
I thought Legend was English. You're making him sound a little like Swedish, but that's okay. That's okay.
My impersonations aren't as good as yours, which makes him better.
You made him sound like Dr. Evil.
I defeated the great Maldahar.
That was his line, though. He was like, at some point, he's like, and Maldahar. It's like, what?
Oh man, this looks intense. Maybe we go down to two times speed. I mean, these Golden Swamp games are just nuts, especially when these players are able to get all the ships out. Oh, Viper mixing in some bombard cannons on Rage right now too. Deadly. Deadly. So the Turks just go random, just go cannon galleon. I guess trying to go fire ships. What if you went rams and fire ships against this, though? Would that play? You didn't get to play Legend in a Slav war? That's a tragedy. That's what he does. Oh, hey, Tommy, send a message to Frost. See when they're playing their series. It might be going right away. All right, Tommy's MIA. All right, we're fast forwarding through the Viper and Rage right now. It looks like Viper's got a huge advantage. Rage kind of has a little bit more position on him, but I think Viper's getting him to retreat now. I think mixing in a couple of BBCs right here. What's up?
I'm here.
Hey, message Frost. See when he's playing his series.
I've messaged him a while ago, and he's like, "Don't talk to me. I'm training." But we'll see.
Oh no, he didn't say that to you. All right, so Viper rinsed Rage 4-0. I mean, no offense to Rage or anything. It's just that's what Viper's been doing with everybody in these series. I mean, literally takes people, other players, like a wet kitchen rag and just goes ramp.
Yeah.
It's over, Malahar. Viper's in the final. Rage still has a life left. He can still climb his way back up. I still think a lot of these players need to check their pride and ethics at the door and hire like a DoorDash guy to go over to Viper's place and slip him like a laxative while he's playing. Just draw these games out, make him have the bubble guts. He's just, stewing in his chair, and he distract him, throw him off.
Or maybe you just hire Juro. Juro was the last guy to take 2 games off of him.
It was the last guy to take 2 games. Nobody's taken 2 games off of Viper so far this tournament. Is that right?
Frost9 says he thinks it's 1 hour and 25 minutes. Yo, Viper is coming out with this drink. It's a sports drink, and it's called Quendy Proof. The only Quendy that's taken a game off of him was favorite one, and he wasn't even seeded. He had to claw his way up to the top. Frost9 is our last hope.
All right, so here, let me message Frost. But when are you playing?
He said I think it's 1 hour and 25 minutes. What's that? That's going to be a best of 9, though, right?
Best of 9.
Total snooze fest. Total.
All right. So if it's not for another hour, 1 hour and 25 minutes, he said. What do you mean you think?
That's what he said. But I think he says that to because he's just young and unsure of himself. But I think he'll let us know.
All right. So when he says, "I think 1 hour and a half," that means definitely 1 hour and a half.
I think so.
Is that? That is something that younger people do a lot. They're just kind of like, I think might be this, might be that.
Yeah. I got that too. And when I asked my wife at the time, is this marriage over? And she said, "I think so." Oh.
So it's definitely.
I'll get a lawyer. Thanks.
Definitely 1,000% yes. Sorry, Clear Capsule. Let me go and get this updated. It was Persians on Arabia. Code 4-1. All right, Tommy. We got the Code versus Frost coming up here next. You gonna make a prediction?
I predict that you and I will not see the end of that game, of that series. But I am willing to take a break and go to convention and come back and give it a college try.
Yeah, I think Greek TV is going to go on break right now. We're going to start things back up for Frost versus the Code later. and to be determined if we actually stream the whole thing.
I think we can, or maybe we will. I don't know. We might need to grab someone else to help us out with this. What's the series though? Is it like?
Oh
best
wait, never
of
mind.
9?
Rage and Viper. All right, we're gonna send you over to my boy Lidicor right here. Rage and Viper are they got a game 5. That was a best of 9 series. So I guess Rage is technically still alive. I thought he was done. I thought it was.
Oh.
I mean, it still might be done, but they're still playing. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and raid my boy Lidicor, and then I'm gonna set this back up when Frost actually starts playing. Maybe.
Is that
no
Frost,
promises?
though? Is that when? Is Frost going to be a best of 9 too?
Let me see. Bum, bum, ba, bum. Best of 7.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit more digestible.
Yeah, because I do think Frost will do some Golden Swamp, so I think that those games will go fast.
You think the Golden Swamp? I think the Golden Swamp games always go long, but they're fun because there's so much that you just gotta fucking fight it out.
I think Frost needs to be able to withstand Code and then counterpunch. And if you counterpunch Code at the right time, he will go down. So they might not be completely long and drawn out. We'll see.
All right, we're gonna go raid Lidicor right now, and then Greek TV will be back on when Frost gets fired up. Catch y'all later.